Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to Gill Stadium. We got a matchup here, American Legion baseball between American Legion Post 1 versus 2. Isn't that interesting? We got Laconia coming in against Sweeney Post. With me today, we got my boy Daryl Johnson.
Yes, sir.
And I got Zach Johnson as well, so it's going to be the three of us. I'm Mike Gonzalez for Manchester Public Television. And, Daryl will be doing the play-by-play today. So, any thoughts on the game today?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, let's just point out how beautiful of a day it is for baseball, 1 o'clock game. Like you mentioned, not too early. It's exciting. You get the kids coming from Laconia coming down. This is this is late in the season, obviously. So, but I think Mike, you'd mentioned this does have some seeding implications, especially for Laconia as we get started here.
Yeah, either way, we're going to get a good game for sure, yeah. And Zach, this is your first time in the booth, so this should be a good experience.
You are correct.
Awesome. Don't be shy, okay?
Yeah.
All right.
So there's the first pitch. We have Griffin Logue on the mound for Sweeney Post. He is going to also be hitting 2 in this lineup today, as Liam Waldron, the shortstop, leads it off for Laconia.
Whoa, that was right back out of second pitch I see.
That's right.
Yeah. We got the AC rolling, so
yeah.
Otherwise I would have caught that. Yeah, either way, we're going to get a good game because both teams are in the playoffs. The top 4 advance. So that's we got good baseball ahead of us. 2 good teams.
Sure was, and Logue gets the strike call on the outside, so we got 1-2 here for the leadoff, and he strikes him out.
Nice chase pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Good job there for Sweeney Post. They throw it around the infield, first out. Get the leadoff hitter, always nice to do.
And that's huge for Logue to get that first batter out. Leadoff shortstop's always got to have good contact, and to get that guy to chase on an outside pitch, that's just got to feel good confidence-wise.
Here's T.J. Charbonneau, the second baseman. He looks at a fastball outside.
Looks like Griffin's throwing a little harder today. It's good. It's fastball rolling.
He's feeling it.
It's a good day for that. Whew.
Swinging miss here for the second baseman, so that evens up the count 1-1. Sun finding its way through. It's a mostly cloudy day, but no rain, so we'll take that. Here's a flare to center.
Oh!
Nice job there. Is that Amar?
Amar DeWitty.
Just comes out and sells out. Nice job.
Second batter of the game, making a play up the middle.
I love that effort.
One thing I've already noticed with Griffin, he's a fast worker up there on the mound. He's someone that wouldn't be affected by a pitch clock because he just works, and he's able to get batters out. He's already got 2 down here.
Zach, it seems to be the theme. Like, a lot of these pitchers nowadays are doing this.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the catcher, Tanner Crowley, the 3-hitter.
If he can keep composure and be a fast worker, that's how you get guys to induce weak contact.
Zach, how important is this to kind of keep the ball rolling? They've won 4 out of 5 going into the playoffs.
Oh, that one just got by. When you're going into the playoffs, you always want to have some sort of momentum. You don't want to go in on a downslope. So I think if this game even matters or doesn't matter for playoff implications, with this team, a lot of these guys, high school players, haven't had playoff. They haven't really been adapted to playoffs. If they can really get their ball rolling going into playoffs, that'll be huge for Sweeney.
This guy's huge.
Speaking of huge, Anakin Skywalker Underhill here.
I mean, this guy could get a hold of one.
Yeah. 312 isn't holding him. Not here.
I can tell you that.
Look at that.
So the hard ground ball from Crowley gets by the first baseman. We got 2 outs, man on first. As the cleanup hitter steps in hard, pull down the line. It will be fielded cleanly by Mr. Third Base Coach himself.
Oh, and then he makes a bad throw, man.
Zach, you made a good point about them not having much playoff experience. So this has got to be exciting for Manny Castro.
Absolutely.
For, Amar, on subpar teams in high school. But now they put it together as kind of like a super team in Manchester.
Yeah, and especially with the guys that have graduated. I mean, you take a look at Jacob Plamondon, a lot of these other guys who have already graduated, Andrew Wall, these guys have already graduated from Manchester schools. They get a chance to have playoffs here with Sweeney.
That fastball is fouled straight back, so we are evened up 2-2. 2 outs, man at first. We are in the top of the first inning here from Gill Stadium.
Definitely, back in my day, 20 years ago, we had Post 79. We had Jutris. Now it's just one team in Manchester, so they can field together a pretty good squad.
Runner goes.
And he will be in there easily. So the stolen base with 2 outs, full count here to Anakin Underhill, number 24.
The coolest name ever.
It really is.
And he's huge. He probably can crush a home run. Look at him. I'm excited to see him swing and get a hold of him.
Let's see if Griffin can punch him out here in a 3-2 pitch runner in scoring position.
Big spot, exactly.
Curveball, probably. Nope. Old number 1.
Right there. Amar fields it cleanly, and they'll get out of that half inning. So after a half inning, scoreless, we'll come back for the bottom of the first here as Sweeney of Manchester gets ready to put some runs on the board. All right, folks, welcome back to Gill Stadium for the bottom of the first inning. Sweeney Post versus Laconia. Scoreless as Nate Levitt toes the rubber. For Laconia, stepping into the plate is leadoff hitter number 2, Jacob Plomondon. And he will take a fastball for strike 1.
Daryl, I think he's our MVP this year.
Yeah,
he's just a superstar. He's very solid. Very impressed by his play all year.
Catches the edge on the black there for strike 2. So he's down in the hole here, 0-2.
It's a good spot by Levitt if he wants to get Plamondon out.
Yeah.
Attack that outside part of the plate.
He painted it for sure.
That was a good pitch.
That will be flared, and a good diving stop there by the center fielder. Looks
Ben
like he was gonna
Bodwin, what a catch.
I mean, honestly, that was Jacob. Poor Jacob. Yeah, look at it as he smiles coming off. Right.
He knows.
Well, yesterday he had a couple gappers that the outfielders made phenomenal catches.
And it happened again.
So his last 4 at-bats, where he got a hit the last time, but 2 before that he got, robbed, and right there, that was a phenomenal play, too.
Here's Griffin Logue. He will foul one off the other way. Yeah, if the center fielder doesn't make that catch, that ball's rolling, and Jacob's on third base, so it's...
Yeah, you got to decide here at Gill.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of real estate, as we know. You got to decide whether to sell out or kind of lay up, lay up, if you will.
So there's strike 2. So Levitt, both batters, he's got them in 0-2 counts. Good start for him. Now we'll see what kind of approach Logue takes here with the 2 strikes.
Takes his time, a little different pace, huh?
Yeah.
Ooh,
very
just
close.
missed there. That's a good take by Griffin.
Very good take.
He knows the zone as the pitcher, but that's also good patience as a hitter to not swing at that pitch, and that's just a good spot 0-2 with Levitt. Didn't get the chase.
And Zach, it's information, too, as a pitcher. So you know what he's calling. You know if he's expanding it right or left. Mm-hmm. So you take that pitch, gets called the ball, you know what you can get away with as the pitcher.
Absolutely.
2-2 delivery. That was just missed. So he's battled back here to a full count.
So now you know the umpire is going to call him a little tight. We're not going to call it loose, but that could easily be called a strike, though.
And we've seen it many times.
Now, will he have a fighting attack, or will he look to walk here is my question.
Yeah, I think he'll attack.
Oh, there we go.
There it is. That's a really good base hit to right field. So full count. Love to see him swinging the bat. Too many times kids take that pitch and walk back to the dugout.
Talk about a good at-bat there from Griffin. I mean, he just was looking for a pitch to hit with 2 strikes, and he did exactly that, opposite field into right field.
Yeah, he fouled that first one off, and you can just see he wanted to go, to the other way. Here's Manny Castro, the third baseman.
He refused to compromise, really, and that was a heck of an at-bat, for sure.
Yeah.
The more fouls you get, the better your chances are, too, because you're seeing the pitcher.
Runners on with Castro, the better as well to get runs on the board.
Castro's a beast.
Takes strike 1. That was a very hittable pitch, but...
He's disciplined, though. I've noticed, he'll take it. He'll run the count a little bit. He'll work a pitch count.
He's not afraid to go deep.
I'm waiting for that. I really am. I'm waiting for that.
Oh, boy, here we go. A pickoff attempt. That's going to roll all the way out of play, and he's going to get...
They usually stop it after one. Otherwise,
run forever.
As a first baseman that has played a handful of games here at Gill Stadium, any little bad throw on a pickoff attempt to first base and it gets by you,
trouble.
It's trouble.
Yeah, right field and first base is one of the hardest positions to play here at Gill because of the sun, and if it's nighttime, you get a battle of the lights.
Yeah.
Sometimes at 6 o'clock, you get a battle of the sun and the lights.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's brutal. Here's the 0-1 man on second base here for Manny. Good RBI spot. You can put it into a well-placed position. foul that one straight back, so that will give him a 2-strike count. That one spun right off our window here.
Yeah, I could feel the vibration of that
Another
ball.
2-strike count here for Levitt. But this is going to be his most important one now. He's got a runner in scoring position to face.
Yep, and just the one out. So
It's kind of a sign of you're on the ball when you foul one straight back, too.
yes, exactly.
Inches from glory. Whew, nice pitch.
Fought that off, too.
He did. It's inside on him.
That's a great curveball right there, though. It kind of buckled him, but he still battled it off.
He's so strong, too. His base is really, he's got really good control. And
big thighs, that helps a hitter.
He's got great balance. All right, 0-2. He takes it, and he gets punched out. So the inside fastball, he went in with a curveball inside on him. He fouled that one off. He takes the fastball in for strike 3, and he'll have a walk back to the dugout as we bring in Mr. Duidi himself, Amar Duidi, the second baseman we saw make a nice play in the first inning. He'll step in here with a man in scoring position and 2 outs.
Guys, notice where the umpire is set up, too. That was an inside pitch, right? He kind of called that, and he let – that'd be good in one pitch. Oh, he had no idea where the ball is.
Yeah, it hit the front of the
be good in one-pitch softball.
Yeah,
but,
it was.
You know what I mean? He set up inside, like the umpire. So he was letting the outside one slide a little bit.
Yep.
But that one was just the same distance away from So it was a good eye, but with 2 strikes, I guess you got to be aware of that. So notice where the umpire is setting up for now on if I'm Sweeney, And
Yep.
Also, if you're the pitchers, keep an eye on that inside corner.
So now we have a man at third with the wild pitch. That will be popped up into foul territory as Anakin Underhill handles that. So after one full inning from Gill Stadium, scoreless right now for Manchester Public Television, we will be right back with the top of the second inning.
Welcome back to Gill Stadium. We got a good one here, 0-0, top of the second inning. We're going to go with Zach, play-by-play, so take it away, Zach.
Third baseman Will Wallace leading things off here from Laconia. And that first pitch outside from Griffin Logue. The fast-paced pitcher coming with the 1-0.
Off the corner a couple times.
Yeah, he's trying that spot again.
Will Wallace, that's another great name.
Yeah.
William Wallace. I mean, come on. Braveheart.
2-0 coming.
Oof.
Up and in, but does not get the call.
Doesn't get the benefit that Laconia got on that same pitcher on
Very
Manny.
similar, yeah.
And now he'll come with a 3-0. Up and in again. So a 4-pitch walk for Will Wallace, and that will bring up the center fielder Ben Bodwin.
Yeah, Griffin's not very happy right now.
No, he was not happy.
It's something to say to McNally, which was really for the guy behind him.
Yeah.
If you're talking to your catcher, you can get away with it. But
I haven't seen the umpires use this old school chest
he goes
protector
up
for a
and
long time
in.
either.
yeah, big swing.
We got a call here.
Yeah, he's getting a little mouthy, and the umpire kind of checked him right now. You know what I mean?
Ben Bodwin, the first pitch came from Logue up and in, and he hacked at it after a 4-pitch walk. So Laconia being aggressive today here. As the 0-1 comes. A little pop-up. Plamondon under it. And 1 out.
So here we go. Now we got a little conference. So
Boy.
he's probably just saying, hey, enough. Really? Right? I mean, what do you guys think?
I would assume that too.
100%, yeah.
Owen Waldron, the designated hitter today, steps in with a runner on and 1 out. I would still think to be a little conservative after a 4-pitch walk and then 2 swings from Bodwin to pop out.
He's off.
And there goes the runner, the throw from McNally. The tag from DeWitty is not in time, and a stolen base for Will Wallace.
Yeah, he got a good jump. I kind of kept an eye on him. I saw his good secondary lead, preluding that. I knew he was going to go at some point. Now, Griffin is a gamer.
Right.
So he's ticked off right now.
Yep.
Let's just put it that way. Some pitchers can play better like that, and some players can get on tilt, like a poker player.
Exactly.
Now he's got Owen Waldron with a runner on base on second.
We'll
And
see
he's
how
inside again.
Yep.
We'll see how he handles it. I think from my past, he's always been an intense player.
Right.
I think he's going to come to play right now.
Yeah, you're right. Some kids get rattled and they're off their game. Other kids, they lock in.
And now he's dealing a 2-0 pitch.
He's high
Up and in.
He's not happy about that one either. It's never good to have bad chemistry with the home plate umpire.
No.
Especially in the second inning.
Yeah, it's a little early for that.
If I'm Connor McNally, I'm gonna kind of smooth things over for the
Man,
guy. You know what I
misses
mean?
Up and in again. So another 4-pitch walk from Logue as he paces himself around the mound here at Gill Stadium, and that will bring up Harry Meehan, the right fielder, with 2 on, 1 out.
Yeah, this is a big at bat right here.
Peeking over at the third base coach, could this be a bunt situation? If Logue can put a strike in, Meehan is a left-handed hitter.
It's a good point, Zach. With the bottom of the order,
Misses up
I
and out.
think they thought that seemed like a pitch out to me.
Yeah.
It did. But he's just missing out that way so many times. I was wondering if he starting to lose the composure.
5 straight balls from Griffin Logue as he's working a little slower now, looking to pace himself.
Here's where you see someone get beaned.
There you
That's
go.
a strike on the outside part of the plate. So a called strike here for Griffin Logue, trying to get his momentum back.
You can hear a mock cheer from the crowd.
Yeah.
You look at Jacobs playing right up the middle. They're gonna want to spin a deuce here, and
They are capable of it.
yeah.
That's down the line, and it's caught by Castro, and he'll throw over to first. Wall makes the catch, and
Wow!
no,
Whoa!
he is safe. Well done, but they're calling Wall off the bag.
Look at that. The whole team scurried back to the dugout,
And
coach is not pleased.
the coach for Sweeney coming out, and they're going to argue this as they've already had issues with the umpiring crew. But what a play by Manny Castro to snag it and fire it over to Wall over at first.
Absolutely.
They will debate this play here. But a quick conference, and the runner will be safe.
I think what happened there was coach is like, "Hey, did you see him?
Right.
Yeah.
Do you agree with a lot of? It's up to the umpires to ask though. Like they don't have to do it. It's not a rule.
We got the left fielder Brendan D up now. 2 outs with runners on first and second. Logue still has to be smart here. Can't let anything bloop into the outfield.
Which is hammered.
Oh, that's a good pitch.
Where did that miss?
I have no idea.
Well, up here we get a good angle, but high and low is tough. That's the one
That's true.
thing that's tough.
Maybe a little high. D looks like a shorter person. 9-hitter, the left fielder. Might have some speed on him. Up and in for ball 2.
That had some zip to it.
Yeah.
He's getting a little. Hey, a chip on the shoulder never hurt
No.
anyone.
I like that kind of baseball player.
And Griffin's the man. He'll figure this out.
He has had 2 4-pitch walks. That's popped up. McNally loses the
Nice
mask
ball.
and makes the catch. So Sweeney gets out of the jam, gives up no runs here for Manchester Public Television. We'll be back for the bottom of the second. Manchester Public Television coming at you again from Gill Stadium. We got the bottom of the second, and Ethan May leading things off here for Sweeney.
Ethan May's been red hot too.
Fouls it right back. Has a cool bat.
Cool bat, cool tattoos, just a cool dude. He battles the sun in right field, and he's got about 6 doubles in the last 2 games. He's on fire.
Pitch here from Levitt. Did he go? He did not, says the first base umpire, so it'll be a 1-1 count.
I think he went.
It looked like the first base umpire gave a little. Well, here's the pitch. And that's in there for strike 2.
You're right, Zach. 1-2 now, yeah.
There we go. Now the scoreboard.
Yeah, I was going by the score.
0-3.
Levitt coming with a 1-2 here to May. Fires it in. And that's up for a ball.
Yeah, it is tough gauging that depth, huh? Like, it's clearly over the plate, but it was
Must be a little
hard
up.
to see if it's high or low from this angle.
Everything else we can see perfectly,
Yep.
though.
Yeah.
You're right.
2-2 from Levitt to May. Swinging a fly ball into right field. Going back is Meehan. That's going to get over his head. It's going to roll all the way to the wall. May chugging into second with a stand-up double to lead off the bottom of the second for Sweeney.
I'm telling you, he is on
Yeah.
fire.
Just called that 6-7
He
doubles
is
now.
insanely on fire. He was kind of like iffy on the lineup in the beginning of the year, and now he's a solid 4 hitter.
Yeah.
Like if this is the playoffs, he'd be hitting 4th right now and starting in right.
Wow.
It's like one of those things you ride the hot.
Yeah. And
Man.
2 strike, that's impressive. I love seeing extra bases on 2 strikes. A lot of kids, it's hard for them to do that when they get in that count.
Zach, it's core strength, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's an inside-out swing, and it just kept going and going and going.
First baseman Andrew Wall with a runner on second. Our first alum from Manchester Memorial High School.
This guy gets hit twice a game. I'm telling you.
Gets called first pitch strike.
I feel so bad for him. He handles it great, too.
Yeah.
But he's a pull hitter. When he pulls the ball, when he gets a hold of one, it hooks right down that line.
Yeah, Memorial Varsity last year, he went out right in front of the bullpen. It was a big hit. And now he'll see the 0-1 from Levitt. Called strike outside, and Wall not agreeing with the call, but he'll have to adjust as he's down 0-2.
Caught a little black there, just enough.
I got to say, chemistry between ump and pitcher is key.
Yeah. Levitt's 0-2. Wall looking to choke and poke here with May on second. Tried to go off speed, didn't really finish down. So Levitt will be in a 1-2 count.
Nothing to lose there, Zach. As you have a waste pitch, you don't see many waste pitches in the dirt anymore because it could lead to implications.
Especially at Gill Stadium.
So go high and, go high and move on.
Levitt's 1-2.
Ooh.
Called strike 3 right there, and Wall goes down looking.
Absolutely a strike, I'd say.
Mm-hmm. That's a great pitch from Levitt as Wall.
Yeah, he's not...
shook.
What do? You tip your cap, right?
What are you going to do? Yeah, he didn't like the call on the outside on the black, and that kind of took him off his game a little.
Left-handed hitting left fielder Ben Connie.
I think he was also sitting on fastball, I believe. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so good pitch. That's a good one, too. Just hammering the strike zone now. He's got him off balance, I think. You know what I mean? When you're able to throw a curveball half the time, that can get you a little guessy.
Now, is it Canny or Connie?
It's Canny.
Canny, gotcha.
Canny, yeah.
Open stance.
Yeah, look at that, huh?
0-1.
Big cut.
Big cut.
He plays all the positions, too. He can catch. He can play outfield. He can sub in and infield. So it's good to have a utility player in your lineup, and it's good to have a lefty that can really burn down the field.
Yeah,
a lot of times lineups will have a fast guy at the bottom of the order. It's like an extra leadoff guy to set the table for the big dogs in the middle,
0-2 from Levitt. Time is called. They still got a runner in scoring position, a chance to get on the board first.
Just the one out.
After the leadoff double from Ethan May. Here's the pitch. Grounded over to second. And that'll get through into right field. May being waved in home. The throw to the plate is not in time. And Sweeney gets on the board first.
That was a good job. As a runner, you got to decide whether to go or not. You got to focus on the coach. So good job. When you see that windmill pumping, nothing to do but go, and he went head first. And, you're right. Sweeney's started it off.
It looked like the second baseman was going to get there. But
Charbonneau looked like he had almost gotten there. And then the throw from Meehan just wasn't in time to get Ethan May. And now Canny is on with one out and Sweeney on the board first.
He'll steal here.
Called strike here to Connor McNally, the catcher today.
I wouldn't be shocked to see him steal second and then have him bunt right now for Pomada to have a guy on third.
Well, Collado's on deck, but I would definitely see that as a possibility. That's an extra step here from Canny. The pitch coming from Levitt is low for a ball.
He's lasered in on Coach, though.
Oh, yeah.
And he's also got a good secondary lead right now. He's kind of timing it out. You know what I mean, Zach?
Yeah.
Bigger lead now.
Yep.
He hasn't checked on the runners once yet.
Crowley is the catcher. If the runner goes up and in for a ball from Levitt.
I apologize. They did check on him, and he threw it into
that's right.
into Maple Street. So maybe that's in the back of his head, too, which is always a good thing for Sweeney.
Yep. Yeah. Levitt has his pitch. The 2-1. Check throw. And that's going to get by Underhill, and off to second is Canny. And he's going to keep on going, but that is out of play.
So they stop him. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's just one of those things.
He gets to second. That is the second time that's happened here. Both times that Levitt has checked over the runner, it gets by Underhill and rolls out of play.
Now, what do you think? Is that on both of them? I mean, it's a tough play to make
That
for
is a
Underhill,
tough
but
play to make.
he's a taller guy. It's hard to go down like that. But now it's really in their head.
Yeah.
And now we got a 2-2 pitch here to Connor McNelly. And Levitt cannot make a mistake, leave the ball over the plate. McNelly swings and misses for strike 3, and he goes down.
He's out in front of that one.
2-2, I think.
Oh, that's 2-2
2-2.
now.
Yep, you're right.
So now it's 2-2.
Give Connor one more shot here.
Scoreboard was a little behind. Levitt comes. Here's the 2-2 now. And he got him.
See,
Strike 3 called. Nate Levitt, third strikeout of the game, and he gets McNelly looking.
I mean, that's okay. So that's a strike. I agree. But Griffin's not getting that call.
Right. I was going to say that's not. It's not being consistently called.
Right, and that's all you ask for.
Center fielder Jason Collado up with a runner on second.
He could bunt here. Look at first base way back.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Zach's former Little League teammate, Jason Collado.
Yeah, he's been playing some solid outfield, Zach.
Yeah. He's a great fielder from what I remember when I was 9.
Staple in the outfield and also a demon on the bases.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a fast kid.
He's a great kid, too. He's a very good kid.
Yeah, I would have to agree on that one.
Levitt missed down on the first pitch, and Collado is ready to attack as Levitt steps off.
Collado made a game-winning hit in extra innings last Friday against Merrimack, extra innings, and right down the line, smoked it.
See if he can do it again. Caney on second. Collado down the line, but that'll go foul. If that's a fair ball, I mean, I don't know how similar that was to the walk-off, what line it was down.
Same line.
Yeah.
He kind of tailed it left, and it just hit chalk.
If that ball's fair, Collado's getting to third. Just the way the ball travels at Gill Stadium.
It really does have some pace.
Levitt comes, 1-1 to Collado. That's up and out.
Levitt definitely takes his time versus Griffin Lowe, who works
Griffin's
very quick.
Quick worker.
And could that be something the umpire realizes? Because I know some umpires don't like fast-paced pitchers because they need time to set up too.
That's a good point. I never even thought of that.
Levitt's,
Every umpire is so different, I've noticed over the games I've done, though.
Levitt's 2-1 is outside. So Collado in a 3-1 count here could get on 2 on and 2 out for Plamondon, who is on deck.
Who's stroking the ball, just getting unlucky.
Yeah, if he can place one perfectly into the outfield. But Collado now facing a 3-1 pitch here from Levitt. And called on the inside part of the plate, and we have a full count.
Okay, so that's fine. But when Griffin Logue pitches, just give him that call, too. That's it. I'm not going to talk about it anymore.
That's all Sweeney's looking for is consistency. And we'll see a 3-2 with 2 out and a runner on second pitch.
Payoff. Here we go.
Levitt's got it.
So slow.
Caney's on second. Here we go. Collado strikes out, swings and misses. So Sweeney leaves a runner on, but gets the first run of the game. Here, Manchester Public Television at Gill Stadium. We'll be back for the third inning. Manchester Public Television coming back at you here at Gill Stadium, top of the third, as Liam Waldron, the leadoff hitter, will start things off here. First pitch down from Griffin Logue. Both teams, both Sweeney and Laconia, have their top of their lineup up here in the third. Called strike. Logue finding the zone.
Yeah, it's important that he, he's got that one.
He continues to work quick. McNelly does not catch the ball, but gets the call.
Zach, how important is that one-run lead, even if it's just one?
Absolutely. I mean, it comes down to defense and pitching to be able to hold your lead.
Mentality-wise, though, knowing you're ahead,
1-2. Logue's pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Down goes Waldron.
Yeah, he wants that one back.
Yep.
Big K there for Griffin Logue, trying to get his momentum going to hold Sweeney's lead here in the third.
That's his 4th K of the game.
Yeah,
he's wheeling. I mean, like I said, some players get a little affected by adversity, and some players just say, "Thanks for the motivation."
Yeah.
Bulletin board material. That's a nice one.
Yep.
He's doing a good job getting ahead right now.
Pitch in for a strike to T.J. Charbonneau, the second baseman. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
He's got some nice pace going right now.
Yeah, he does move really quick.
He switches it up too,
and he got him swinging. Another strikeout for Logue to this inning, and Sweeney looking hot here in the top of the third. As Logue, if you can't get calls from the umpire, get the batters to chase.
He is dealing right now. 5 Ks already.
Yeah.
And here comes the big guy, though.
8 outs, 5 of them.
What's his name again?
This is Tanner Crowley, the catcher, with Anakin Underhill on deck.
So a couple big guys coming right up in a row.
This is trouble with 2 outs if Logue issues a walk or some hits. But if he can get Crowley out, that's a fly ball down the right field line.
Wall's on it.
And that will drop. And
Ethan going for it.
A diving Ethan May going for the ball.
I love it.
That was pure hustle play right there.
I didn't expect that. I was kind of focused on Andrew Wall right there, and then Ethan comes in flying, hat off and everything, just going for it.
He was definitely closer to making the play, and now we have a 1-1 coming to Tanner Crowley. And that was a good pitch. He just laid on it and took it into the deep foul territory we have here at Gill Stadium. And here's the pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 2. A lot of swings and misses for Griffin Logue this inning.
Zach, you know what I love about that diving attempt? It kind of personifies their all in on this season.
Yes. That is correct. And the 1-2 is in there. Strike 3. 3 strikeouts this inning for Griffin Logue. And he is rolling. Will go to the bottom of the third. Jacob Plamondon will lead things off for Sweeney here at Gill Stadium from Manchester Public Television. We'll be back for the bottom of the third of Legion Sweeney Baseball. We're back here, Manchester Public Television here at Gill Stadium. Sweeney are going to get things going here in the bottom of the third with a 1-0 lead. And what a top of the third it was for Griffin Logue with 3 punch-outs on the 3 batters he faced.
Striking out the side is a glamorous thing to do.
Sure is.
And Logue will be on deck as the top of the lineup is up for Sweeney. The shortstop, Jacob Plamondon, will lead things off as we're ready to get going here in the bottom of the third. Sweeney looking to put up some more runs. In the first inning, Plamondon flew out to center field in what was a great play by center fielder Ben Bodwin.
Was a great play.
And like you said, Plamondon has been hitting the ball hard, but good defense has been able to keep him off the bases. But here we go. The bottom of the third begins.
As a hitter, you just got to realize those are the breaks.
First pitch down from Levitt into the turf.
I haven't seen him have a bad at bat in 20 games.
Yeah. Plamondon with his back foot towards the back of the box here as the 1-0 pitch from Levitt is inside for ball 2.
So he's trying to hammer that. That's a good pitch. Smart.
And a good take by Plamondon as he'll see the 2-0 come. And the righty Levitt fires. And gets a called strike.
Similar location, a little more on the plate, though.
Yeah.
I mean, with the wooden bats, if he could do that every single pitch,
yeah.
How can you stop that?
Here's the pitch from Levitt. And that is going to bounce into the lefty's batter's box and roll by. I believe it's a 3-1 count. The scoreboard says 2-1. I think they might have missed the first pitch. But regardless, Plamondon is ahead in the count. It is 3-1, says the home plate umpire.
Yep.
So now Levitt's got to be smart. If you hang something to Jacob Plamondon, he'll hit JFK.
He's sitting dead right, I think.
The 3-1 is down for ball 4, so Plamondon walks.
So also, I've talked to Jacob before, and he's, you know how some special players kind of have a green light to just steal whenever.
Yeah,
oh yeah.
I was going to ask you that. Yep.
It's not like he could do it. I mean, there's kind of like a nod, is like an acknowledgement. But yeah, if he gets a good lead and he feels good about it, he's one of the players that can just go.
Plamondon on first, nobody out.
He'll go. Basically, I'm telling you, he's going to steal.
He's already he's past the cutout already.
Great
that's
lead
a huge
here.
lead.
And Levitt's had throwover issues. Plamondon does not go. First pitch is flown off the bat of Logue into right field. And it is caught. A first pitch fly out. Harry Meehan makes the catch.
That's the only downside about swinging first pitch. Obviously, you want to get a hit, a pitch you can hit.
Yeah.
But you kind of stop him from getting the second.
Right.
That's why coach is probably going to be like, sometimes I just believe in stealing right away. I don't know.
You usually tell the batter just to take the first pitch.
You get a good feel for it first pitch, and then you go second usually.
And Castro one down, claimed it on first, pickoff attempt. Does not roll all the way out of play, but it's stopped.
Ooh, hit him ball trick. He tried to hit him ball trick.
Stopped by Underhill. Playman got back there. Tried a little trickery.
But, man, that lead is huge. He's all the way past the cutout.
So when you get a check like that and you get back safe, you get another inch or two.
Oh, yeah, he definitely does.
Look at that lead.
And there he goes. It's up and in. And the throw is not in time. And Plamondon hugs the breakaway bases here at Gill Stadium. Not a bad throw by Tanner Crowley, but the speed of Jacob Plamondon definitely overpowered him there. Something to remember here at Gill Stadium, if you take the base with you, play is dead because of the turf here.
Just act like you broke a record and hold it on.
Like Ricky Anderson.
Yeah, but that was I've seen him do some coming down throws, and he's got a cannon. But Jacob had such a good jump on that.
Yeah, absolutely. And like you said, you get an extra step if you can get back safely on a pickoff attempt.
And if you don't have to wait for the sign, you can just go when you feel like it, you're going to succeed about half the time more. Because you're not
strike to Castro, it's 1-1.
You're not bound to a sign. The best time to go, so you go when you can. Your success rate will go through the roof.
And that's what gives you the green light more.
Absolutely. When you're 100% on the air.
Runner on for Castro. The pitch from Levitt. Plamondon.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love what he's doing because he's clearly shook right now by that. And when you're focused on that and you got Manny up, you're in trouble.
He is a heck of a base runner. Levitt's pitch to Castro. He's grounded foul. Hit him in the box. So now he's got 2 strikes. Castro did strike out his first time up, and he's got a runner on second.
Got caught looking on a pitch he wasn't exactly excited about.
Yep. And the count is 1-2.
Got the bird.
Yeah. As Castro is ready to put a ball in play, and Levitt is looking to punch him out again. Plamondon with a steady lead over on second.
Look at it. They got like 2 guys holding on.
Yeah. They got the second baseman there, and they'll throw over, and Plamondon is back. Gives Castro more time to prepare for a big 1-2 coming from Nate Levitt.
Got to be aware of the corners here, right? If you're hidden.
Oh, yeah. Levitt has been able to paint that spot today, but we'll see what Castro can do. And Plamondon's off, and a swing and a miss as Castro strikes out. They're gonna.
He fouled that.
He might have fouled that off. So we couldn't really tell from up here. It looked like it had bounced off the catcher's glove, but they're gonna call it a foul ball. Plamondon retreats back to second, and Castro will have another chance to bring in Plamondon over on second.
Yeah, Jacob's getting his steps in today.
Sure is. 10,000 already.
You got to get that 10K.
Will he be off again is the question, as Laconia is kind of playing up the middle here. And he struck him out. Castro goes down swinging, and a big strikeout for Levitt, able to strike him out again.
Huge strikeout, and rarely do you see him go down by the K of 2 in a row.
Yeah.
And here's DeWitty, the cleanup hitter.
I mean, I got to say, he's a heck of a pitcher. He's done some great things, and obviously Laconia's record is a indicator of that.
Absolutely.
Yep, for sure.
They are a 10-5 ball club. Strike there to DeWitty.
Look up the middle. It's a weird way they're holding them on. It kind of looks like they're shortstop's kind of cheating as well. I wonder why he would open up that gap as he walks over right now. There's so much room there.
Yeah. If I'm DeWitty, I'm trying to punch one into right field.
DeWitty, that's his sweet spot between the 40 and the 30.
Plamondon goes. Crowley's throw to third. Not in time, and it wasn't even close. I mean, Jacob Plamondon, even though he had to go back to second after that foul ball, he got all of his juice there, but DeWitty is down 0-2 in the count.
Zach, last Friday there was a doubleheader against Merrimack. He had 21 total bases in the 2 games.
Wow.
It was like a carnival.
That is
round and round and round.
Seriously.
Be careful of a waste pitch here. Now, this is what I'm talking about, 0-2 pitch, waste pitch. But with a guy on third, you kind of got to go high.
DeWitty choking up. Here's the pitch, and it's down the line foul.
Hey, made a play.
You're right, too, Mike, and especially with this big backstop here. I mean,
but
scoring.
And as a hitter, you got to kind of keep that in mind that he's not going to go low in the dirt.
Yep.
Yeah.
Go for that high fastball and try to hammer one out. Not hammer one out, but get the ball in play.
Yeah, fist it to the outfield.
I'd be shocked if I saw a curveball in the dirt right now.
Levitt ahead 0-2. The pitch to DeWitty is a ground ball over to short. Waldron over to Underhill. Sweeney leaves a man on after Plamondon steals 2 bases after walking here at Gill Stadium, Manchester Public Television, Legion Baseball. Sweeney continues to lead 1-0 after 3. We'll see Griffin Logue get back on the hill and try to keep this game rolling for Sweeney. Top of the 4th here. First pitch up and into Anakin Underhill here, top of the 4th at Gill Stadium. We are Manchester Public Television. This game has been rolling for Sweeney as they lead 1-0. Griffin Logue has had a great job on the mound. He pounds the zone there, and the count is 1-1.
If Sweeney was a goalie, their goals against average has been very low lately.
Yeah.
They've been doing a great job holding teams.
Swing and a miss. A great pitch there by Logue, a little off speed to get Underhill on his toes.
He's on a streak of strikeouts here.
Can he punch 4 in a row? He can! Oh, and he got him!
See ya.
Swing and a miss. Anakin Underhill goes down swinging, and that is 4 straight Ks for Griffin Logue, who, if you remember, wasn't necessarily rolling in the first inning, had some issues. Umpire came out, talked to him, but like you said, he plays with fire, and this is how he's been able to show it. And here's Will Wallace, the third baseman, up and in for a ball.
And he is laser focused.
Yeah.
Right now.
He's locked in.
When you face a pitcher like this, what's the tactic? Pitch count, work the count a little?
I'm just trying to put the ball in play, make the defense work, because right
now,
Sweeney hasn't had to make a play in the field in the last 4 batters. But Logue has thrown 2 straight balls here to Wallace. And that is blocked by McNelly in the dirt for ball 3. He did have 4 pitch walks, which is something you want to avoid as a pitcher, but then he has all the punch-outs.
Couple in a row, right?
He's one of those take-it-yourself batters, and he'll come with a 3-0, and that will be called strike.
Might have been his fastest pitch of the day so far.
He's playing with passion, and that's something you love to see.
He's pushing 80s right now.
3-1, and that will be ball 4.
Curveball, 3-1 curveball. That's a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Was that a bad pitch? Not necessarily.
You don't want to pipe it either. Hitters count 3-1. You're sitting on that.
And I got a feeling Will Wallace has the potential to punish pitchers for hanging curveballs like that.
Yes. For sure, and that's a big part of it.
First pitch down from Logue.
That's 5 in a row. No, he did get a strike last at bat. But, yeah, he's got to get his rhythm back.
Yeah, he can't afford to walk a bunch of hitters like he did before. Pickoff attempt, and Wall stops the ball before it trickles by.
Yep, that's the big thing with the first baseman, ball first.
You know what? He's a catcher, too.
Yeah,
that helps.
He's their starting catcher, so that definitely helps with the hand-eye coordination.
And that's down. That gets away from McNelly and bounces off the batter, so that's ball 2.
Little pinball action.
A little pinball, that is correct. Ben Bodwin's the batter here, the center fielder, as he steps back into the box ahead at 2-0 with 2 balls to no strikes against Griffin Logue. Popped up into the infield. Plamondon calls off DeWitty. Makes the catch to the right of the second base bag, and that is the second out of the inning.
I know Kyle would prefer him to use 2 hands on that. So.
Yeah, I was going to say.
But, Jacob's got it handled. I don't know. I mean, I'm both ways on it. The glove's there.
I have a feeling Jacob Plamondon could catch the ball barehanded.
Probably.
And still make the catch. As we've got Owen Waldron, the DH, strike 1 called.
Yeah, and a gutsy pitch right there. Just doing a curveball to start off the at-bat. A lot of confidence in his off-speed pitching. I think he features a changeup, too.
Yeah.
So...
He goes right back to him, and he got a swing and a miss, and he is back ahead 0-2.
And that's what that does. That curveball accelerates that fastball.
Yeah,
and here we go. Do we get another punch shot? We do. Another strikeout for Griffin Logue, who is absolutely dealing against Laconia Legion baseball as Sweeney leads 1-0 after the top of the 4th. We'll be back, bottom 4, with Sweeney up, looking to extend their 1-run lead here from Manchester Public Television at Coach Jim Schubert Field at Gill Stadium. Ethan May leading things off here in the bottom of the 4th from Gill Stadium for Sweeney. He had that nice double to right field.
See if he can keep his streak going, because I'm telling you, his slugging percentage is going through the roof.
That'll bounce outside.
Yeah, he had that deep double, and that was on a 2 straight count.
It's been the only extra base hit of the day. For Sweeney, at least, I don't recall anything happening from Laconia's side.
No.
He scored the lone run of the game, too, and that head first slide into home.
On the Ben Canny single. Ground ball to third, and that'll get past a diving Will Wallace. So a 2-for-2 day for Ethan May.
When you're hot, you're hot. You know what I mean, Zach? You play baseball. You get it.
Yep.
When you're up at the plate and you know you can't go wrong, you just keep doing it.
Yeah.
And it can go the other way, too.
Yeah, it's a hard ground ball. Just got under the glove, and sometimes those are easy outs. Sometimes
I
find its way.
Will Levitt, obviously, not happy that he gave up a base hit. But again, that could have been worse. A single, not as bad as a double. But he could turn it into a double and steal second. First pitch in for a strike to Andrew Wall, who took strike 3 in his last at-bat looking.
Coach looks like a crossing guard right now.
Yeah, he's giving the signs. Would not be surprised to see Ethan May try to steal off of Tanner Crowley, the catcher.
Unless there's a bunch of mosquitoes he's trying to get off his body. I don't know.
Grounded over to third, touch foul by Will Wallace. So that'll be 0-2 here for Nate Levitt.
Wallace did his best lacrosse goalie impression right there.
It kind of, I think it could have been interesting if he had touched that fair, because it didn't look like Wall had really taken it down the line. But now he's down 0-2. Levitt looking to punch him out again. And that'll bounce, and that'll get by the catcher Crowley. And a sliding Ethan May gets to second on a pass ball.
Definitely a pass ball, I would call that for sure. And,
because it got, right by his legs, and he had turned around, and it sort of course, he gets the little Gill Stadium bounce.
Yeah. Got a piece of the umpire's foot, I think, too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's a little lucky, but.
Shorten up his little stance here as Wall.
I love Wall's stance.
Yeah.
I like how he holds the bat, too. It's low to the ball. Like, he's kind of. He's got good torque, like quick reactions.
He's ready for the 1-2 pitch. And he swings and misses for strike 3. Big pitch there by Levitt. And that will be one down as Ben Candy comes up. Will this be another RBI single? He was in this spot last time. He had May on second with an out. So we will see if history repeats itself for Ben Canny.
Rarely do you see Manny and Andrew strike out 0 for 2, 2 Ks. Yeah. So he's got something going. I mean, he's pitching great. It's only 1-0,
Strike called here to Ben Canny, as Nate Levitt has really been the reason why Laconia is still in this game. I mean, defensively, they haven't had any bad plays. It's just they cannot hit off of Griffin Logue.
Yeah, just the 2 passed balls over at first on the checks. That's really been their only.
Yeah.
You see a lot of, in American Legion with the wooden bats, you see it come down to defensive showing off in a way, like a battle of gloves. Because there's not much pop off the bat.
Right.
So, you see a lot. It's old school baseball.
Yeah, it really is.
Here's the 1-1 from Levitt. Canny swings and misses on a pitch up. And that's a good chase pitch there by Levitt, and he's ahead in the count 1-2.
He tried to hit Central High School on that one.
Yeah.
As we look into the horizon.
Big swing there. And now Levitt comes. The 1-2 to Canny with the wide open stance.
As wide as you can get.
And he fouls it back.
And that is, he's covering both lines on the batter's box.
Yeah. He really is.
Watch, he'll have 1 foot on the in and 1 foot on the out. And it works for him.
Whatever you do works. Yeah, especially with the only RBI in the game. He can have 1 foot on each corner, and he can still drive runners in. Big pitch here from Levitt. The 1-2 coming again. That'll bounce, and it's blocked by Crowley, and May gets back to the bag.
Good job by Crowley. Corralling that ball. I mean, that's...
Yeah, that gets by him. That's an easy extra base there for May with 1 out.
It's easier said than done, too.
It sure is.
It's a thankless position. You don't put that in the score sheet.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially harder to play catcher at Gill Stadium.
It's hot, too.
2-2 pitch. Bouncer that goes foul. Hit him in the box. That's the second time that's happened with a foul ball hitting the player in the box, which is automatically a foul ball.
Yeah, with his open stance being a lefty, he's almost halfway down the baseline when the fielder gets it. But you're going to get a lot of foul balls off the leg.
2-2 coming again from Levitt. Caney being a pesky hitter here. And he struck him out. He went up high again, and that's the second high pitch that Caney chases this at bat. So here comes Ben Caney.
We got a little battle here between pitching right now.
And we don't have the strike count for Griffin Logue, but it might be that each have 7.
I got 7.
Yeah.
I got 7.
Nate Levitt's got 7. This is a duel between pitchers with Sweeney leading 1-0 here. Here's Connor McNelly, the catcher, with a runner on, and he will take a ball.
Must have been high, I guess, because it looked like a good location.
Yeah, McNelly, a tall, lanky. I mean, he was a pitcher for Memorial last 2 years
He's been just doing. He's a good addition to the team because.
Grounds this over to short. And Waldron makes the play. And that will do it for the 4th inning here at Gill Stadium from Manchester Public Television as Sweeney leads 1-0 going to the 5th inning. We'll see if Logue will come out for another inning of work as Sweeney looking to hold their 1-0 lead. Back for the top of the 5th. Leading off the inning is Harry Meehan, the right fielder. Logue out for another inning of work. He's in a 1-1 count to the Laconia right fielder.
Laconia's running out of outs here, Zach.
Yeah, they are running out of outs here in the top of the 5th with Logue dealing. He's had walk issues, but I got to say, he has been able to handle all of his free passes given up. And speaking of given, he's given that call outside, and it's 2-2. The pitch from Logue to Meehan misses, and we will have a full count.
I thought he was getting rung up there.
It looked like it.
Definitely.
Logue's got his sign. The righty kicks and deals, and that is ball 4.
Laconia's bench is getting up a little bit. A little enthusiasm.
Good thing. It's something to kind of rattle a pitcher, especially if he's had walk issues and you're trying to put the ball in play against him. If Laconia can have sportsmanship but still be loud for their team and maybe rattle Logue up a little bit.
Absolutely.
That can help Laconia scratch a run across.
Look for a bunt here, as Manny Castro agrees.
Yep.
D he squares and he pulls back, as this is the left fielder, Brendan D.
Saw the third base coach immediately go into the
Macarena over there.
The body scratching.
Meehan on first. The pitch from Logue. Bunt goes foul, and now it'll be 0-2.
So that wipe that off.
Well, I guess I always thought that was crazy. I mean, why does it just eliminate the fact you can't bunt? I know you foul one off, it's an out, but if you swing and miss, it's an out too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're
and if he bunts here, man, he's not in position to cover it. So.
And Logue will definitely pound the zone, and he squares, and he pulls back, and that's strike 3.
Bye-bye.
Yep.
That was a nice pitch.
That was a great pitch.
And Griffin gives him a little bit of a have a nice day look.
Yeah.
If that's not
bunt on me?
If that's not the coach's decision to square up on 0-2 to try and throw him off,
I think he just.
It looked like it.
I think he pulled back, thinking it was going to. I think he surprised him with a sneaky fastball.
Yeah,
too.
Yeah.
on 0-2, he wasn't.
Now they got the top of the
down
lineup.
the middle, too. Yeah, you're expecting something a little off.
Strike 1 here to the leadoff hitter, Liam Waldron.
So that's number 8 for the day for Griffin. Strikeouts, Wes. It's a pretty good day.
I'll say.
Down the line could be trouble, but that falls foul. That was way foul. It looked like it was traveling down the line a little bit, but
yeah.
We got a defensive replacement at first, Alexander Rivera, and for Andrew Wall. So that kind of tightens up their defense a little bit, as he's very solid over at the other corner.
Time called by Liam Waldron.
Him and Manny at the corners is a good deal. And then you got up the middle, DeWitty and Plamaden, who are cousins.
Yes, they are.
So they have that chemistry.
Runner goes, swings and misses, so that's foul.
Helps to have that chemistry,
Yeah, infield with great chemistry. Castro, Rivera, both seniors on Manchester Memorial High School's baseball team last year, and Plamaden and DeWitty are cousins. So it's always good to have that chemistry in the infield.
And Griffin is a sneaky fielding pitcher because he's normally an infielder himself.
0-2 pitch here. Waldron takes a ball. Not a bad pitch there by Logue.
No, and a good job at McNally. You have to have the confidence in your catcher to throw something like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
McNally's really, I meant to say it at the end of the inning, he's really stepped it up for this squad.
Foul back, and Waldron continuing to fight.
Being an integral piece to this. To have a backup catcher that can, he played both games in the doubleheader against Concord as a catcher. That's hard to do.
Yeah,
that is hard to do.
That's exhausting.
That is exhausting.
And Kyle point for that.
1-2.
We give Kyle points out here.
Yes.
Kyle Heavey
Runner
points.
goes, and that's going to hit him. So Waldron takes the HBP, the beanball. He gets on, and that will put 2 on and 1 out for TJ Charbonneau, the second baseman.
So now we're in a little bit of a hairy spot.
Yep.
You know, you got the meet coming up.
No mound visit coming, but with 1 down, runners on first and second.
You do not want Tanner and Anakin coming up, that's for sure. So you want to get this.
That is correct. Tanner Crowley, the catcher, on deck. As
Double play is the name of the game right now.
And
So
and with the infield chemistry, that is certainly.
he's going to pitch it low, trying to induce one, too.
And a called strike. So the count evens up at 1-1. It's a good time for a signature Griffin Logue punch out, because you really want to have 2 outs with Crowley and Underhill coming up. Time is called by Charbonneau.
Interesting because he's looking at the first base coach for the sign.
Yeah.
As the lefties were looking down the third base line. Usually everyone looks to the third.
Up and out for ball 2.
As he focuses back on the coach.
Yeah.
Logue has really got to try to pound the zone here. He can't afford to load the bases.
And again, I doubt they'd be emptying any kind of bullpen, because this is Logue's game no matter what, I think.
Strike 2 called, a big pitch there for Griffin, and now we are in 2-2.
Plus, if you're Griffin, you want to show coach that I can beat a premier team in the state.
I can come out, and he can be a pitcher in the playoffs as well.
For sure.
2-2.
Whoo!
Oh,
that
he
was a
fouls it.
Got a piece.
He fouls that back, and that's a good piece of protection by TJ Charbonneau as he continues to fight here against Logue.
He really reared back for that one. Expect the same here. I'm saying high and away, but in the strike zone, fastball. See ya.
And he got him looking. Down goes Charbonneau. Another strikeout for Griffin Logue. 2 outs, 2 on for Tanner Crowley.
Unbelievable.
Huge punch out right there. Huge.
Now, that was a good one, and he's getting faster as the game goes on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like Nolan Ryan, Roger Clemens type of thing. They got better as the game went on.
Yep.
This can still be trouble. Tanner Crowley
For sure.
with 2 on.
Look at his stance. He's ready to hit. Oh, can change the battery.
We apologize for the delay. A small mechanical malfunction. 9-volt battery running out in the in the audio box as it's Logue battling against Tanner Crowley here. 2 balls and a strike with 2 outs. Waldron on first and a runner on second for Laconia, looking to bring in their first runs of the game with Crowley up at bat. The 2-1. Fouls it right back.
Ooh,
And
good
now
cut.
Lowe's got 2 strikes on him. And can he continue his strikeout parade of Laconia's Legion team?
He's going to do a change up here and get him swinging, I think.
Be a good call right there, yeah.
Because
We got to. Oh,
he's expecting.
tying the shoe. I thought he someone had hurt. When you see someone down on a knee, it looks like he's hurt, but he's just tying those green cleats. You can tell he played for Central with the green glove and the green cleats.
It's not Sunday yet, so he's not praying.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So. Well, we don't know that.
We don't know that. We don't know.
That's true.
2-2. Tanner Crowley, and this may be the biggest pitch of the game. 2 on, 2 out, and here comes the 2-2 from Griffin Logue, and time is called.
Yeah, big high leverage situation here.
Yeah.
He's sitting fastball. This would be a great opportunity to get him swinging. trust your catcher, curveball in the dirt or changeup.
2-2 pitch, Logue.
Got him. Oh, no.
Oh, that is up for ball 3. A little high. And now this is the biggest pitch of the game. We are full count, 2 outs, runners on.
Crowley's a little high up, too.
Yeah.
Though, so.
Yeah.
Good pitch. Same thing? What do you think? Fastball?
I'd like to see weak contact induced. Get a little dribbler back to the pitcher.
Like a slider out, like a slow pitcher?
They got DeWitty in shallow infield. Runners go, and he fouls it back.
Came with the heat again.
Did.
Something
Up
with
and in.
the windows closed in here. We can't really hear that on ball.
Yeah, it's you just yep.
Yeah.
We also don't want to sweat.
We also don't want to. Yeah, I'd keep the AC on every day of the week. And now
I know what you mean though,
Yeah.
because I love the sounds of the game.
payoff pitch as Logue sets. Runners will go on the pitch.
See,
Just
He
missed.
walked him. He just missed that, and Logue will load the bases for Anakin Underhill.
Time to shine, big man. It's well, it stinks you didn't get the call, but no one got in yet. Now what do? You move on. You hit reset and you
Get a ground ball. Will Underhill have an aggressive approach is my question. We'll see with the first pitch coming to him.
Is curveball?
Up for a ball.
What do you think about a mound visit? Just
Yeah.
check on
Yeah.
him, kind of.
I would think so. He hasn't gone out there at all.
I'm surprised they don't have water boys for baseball.
Right. Yeah.
The pitch from Logue, the 1-0, is up and in. Yeah, I mean,
Hitters count now, so now he pigeonholed himself a little bit.
walk ties the game.
You got to
and
come in there with one.
But a base hit could give Laconia the lead. Will Wallace, the third baseman, is on deck. The first baseman, Anakin Underhill, is the batter to face Griffin Logue. He has worked himself a 2-0 count, and Logue fires.
There you go.
And he gets the strike.
I mean, I'm surprised he wasn't just
Hacking away there. Yeah.
like looking for that, because that's the only thing he can really do.
Yeah.
Is
You
throw
know
that
ball's
strike.
coming. Yeah. That should be in center field.
But some fastballs are heavier than others, so good pitch.
Underhill calls time, trying to pace himself with the fast-moving Griffin Logue on the mound.
He's definitely slowed his process
Yes.
down a
Right.
little bit.
Not
and
as quickly as he was at the beginning of the
Yeah,
game.
with the base runners, it's a little.
in the stretch, it's different for him, I think.
The 2-1 is right at Castro, and Sweeney gets out of the jam and holds their lead.
Good job,
The
buddy.
second line out to Manuel Castro, and he makes the play again as Sweeney leads going into the bottom of the fifth, 1-0 here, Manchester Public Television from Gill Stadium. Back for the bottom of the fifth here, Manchester Public Television from Gill Stadium, as leading off the inning is Jason Collado, the 9-hitter looking to turn the lineup over.
I think he whiffed last time, right?
Yep.
He
I mean, a lot of strikeouts on that sheet for both teams.
Yes, as Levitt staying in this game. First pitch, a bunt attempt from Collado.
Yeah, that'll get the third baseman on his horse.
We're approaching about an hour and a half into this game, and it's the bottom of the fifth inning. As a lot of games this year have been around third, fourth inning getting around this time, as the pitcher's duel from Levitt and Logue has made this a 1-0 game here in the bottom of the fifth. Collado pops this up, and making the catch is the shortstop, Liam Waldron.
I think Levitt, how do you say it?
Nate,
Pitcher.
Nate Levitt.
Nate Levitt. I think his pace has slowed the gameplay. Usually a 1-0 game kind of flies by a little more.
Right.
But I think his pace of pitching, just his meticulous way, is, it'll add 15, 30 minutes to a game, that alone.
Yeah. Plamondon here into right center field, and that is going to get down and roll, and it is cut down. Plamondon with a stand-up double, and this kid's hot.
How about the job by the right fielder, Harry Meehan, getting that ball in? Because that looked like I was going to roll into the practice field for Central football or Beach Street School, but he really cut it down the angle, and he hit the cutoff. You can't stress that enough, hitting that cutoff.
That was a first-pitch double for Plamondon. And, like you said, that great play by the center fielder, Ben Bodwin.
Yeah, Jacob's on fire. He's got some stolen bases under his belt. He'll probably I don't know. They're doing it to him again. They're double holding him on.
And Tanner Crowley, the catcher, calls time.
Interesting, though. And I wonder why the shortstop's cheating over like that.
Yeah, it's very interesting. I'm trying to figure out what the advantage of doing that is.
I don't know. They're up to something, though, because look at where he's playing. He's behind him.
They can try to keep Playman close as much as possible, but he can just steal third.
I don't understand it. Yeah, I've never seen him be held on. It's a different look.
Griffin Logue definitely has an open gap in between first and second as Playman gets an extra step, and he gets more steps.
He's taunting him.
Him. I mean,
and it's working.
And it's working. And Levitt.
He's like, okay, come on.
Yeah.
It's like getting an aggravating text from your girlfriend.
Playman's got a little smirk over there at second.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised to just see him take third, pickoff attempt, and he is back in there.
Good spin.
And that's a good move by both Playman and Levitt.
It's a tough pickoff move for a righty, though.
Yeah, it really is.
Turn all the way around.
If that ball gets by and into center.
Scoring. Well, maybe not scoring, but
But that's an extra base, even if he's diving back.
Now Jacob just gets that extra read on what he can get away with.
First pitch here to Logue is.
Do you know what I mean, Zach? He gets a little extra read on what he's allowed to get away with because he just saw his best move.
Yep.
Right.
He knows where he can be. Now he can know if I can get between the 40 and the 50-yard line, I can go with another foot.
Yep. And there goes Plamondon. And a foul ball, and that will even count up at 1-1. And, yeah, that is for sure for Plamondon today.
Yeah, he does a lot of traveling. Travels the world out here.
The 1-1 here from Nate Levitt. Pitcher action here. Levitt is being DH for in their lineup.
And him going and getting it fouled off, that's also in the back of the pitcher's mind, too, because he's capable of going now.
And another pickoff attempt is Plyman gets back. I don't mind that move. I mean, especially after he's probably going to take third if Logue didn't foul that pitch away. Keep him close.
It's not a fan favorite, but it's absolutely necessary.
Yep. Absolutely. And Logue takes ball 2, and he is now ahead in this count.
Hitters count, yeah. So
Plamondon's definitely ready to run.
Good running count, too, yeah. He's got 2 people holding him on.
He doesn't go, and it's a ground ball.
Oh, that worked out.
Over to short, and Waldron will make the play over to Underhill at first for the second out, and Plamondon gets over to second.
Chrissy hit him right to him where he was. But that hold, 2 people holding him on. I mean, now you'll see them go back to their normal positions, and you'll realize what a disparity it was.
Yeah. Right.
Oh, wide. Yeah, like much. Yeah, he was essentially he fielded it at the 45-yard line. That was
He got lucky for sure because I could have been a bit out of base hit.
Yeah.
Castro comes up again. He's struck out twice, but he's got a chance to extend Sweeney's lead with Plamondon at third with 2 outs, and Levitt looking to punch him out again.
No one wants a hat trick, not in baseball anyway.
No. First pitch is called strike, and Castro's really got to put a barrel on it. Even if it's a foul ball, he's got to see bat on ball. It was called strike.
I suppose. Yeah,
you'll see the 0-1, and he will ground this to short, and
fat.
It's scooped up by the pitcher Levitt, and he will make the play.
Great play,
in the shortstop area. The ball looked like it died, and Nate Levitt retires Castro for the 3rd time. 1-0 game, going to the 6th here from Manchester Public Television at Gill Stadium. Back at it here, top of the 6th inning, as leading things off for Laconia is number 14, the third baseman, Will Wallace. Logue looking to continue to stay hot here and hold Sweeney's lead.
Looking for double-digit KOs here.
First pitch called strike.
Not a bad stat to have when you can put double-digit KOs.
Yeah, absolutely.
10 out of 18 or 21.
And second pitch, that's gonna be down for the first ball, and the count is even at 1-1.
He's a little streaky when he's off. He's off. When he's on, he's on. It seems like it's either 4-pitch walk or a 3-pitch strikeout.
That is true. They call that a defense's pitcher. They can just they can go out there,
stand there.
And we've had a couple of defensive good plays by Manny Castro catching lineouts, but other than that, it's been mostly just strikeouts and walks. And speaking of strikeouts, but that's dropped by McNally, chugging down, and a good pick there by Xander Rivera.
Yeah, that was good.
Keep the guy off the bases, and that's another strikeout for Griffin Logue.
You mentioned not much defensive. I mean, Amar had that diving catch.
Yep.
And,
first web gem.
Laconia's made some good plays.
Yeah, the center fielder on.
But mostly
Flanagan,
it's just been a batter-pitcher type of game.
Yeah.
Strikeouts and walks,
First pitch in for a strike from Logue, and when he gets the first pitch strike, I'm not sure the statistics there, but I'm pretty sure he has a very good K rate when he gets the first pitch in for a strike. Down the line, slicing foul.
I mean, you play baseball. You know when you get that 0-1 count, it's like kind of like Texas Hold'em poker when you get that flop in your favor. Your percentage of getting the out is like 60% at that point. See ya.
And he struck him out, and he took 3.
Dealing.
Cha-ching.
It took him 3 pitches to get another strikeout, and that's 2 this inning for Logue and 2 down, and that will bring up number 4, Owen Waldron, the designated hitter.
If you're facing Sweeney, you're worried about them in the playoffs because they got
real talent.
They got 3 number 1 pitchers right now.
Yeah.
They got Ryan Cunningham, who has just been out of his mind good.
And he pitched extremely well for Memorial.
He's amazing.
He
pitched a 1-hitter last time. He came in and closed the game out yesterday. But then you got Plamanin, who's just heart and soul. He wills his way out of everything. And then you look at Griffin. He's just feeling it. So
wheeling and dealing.
Probably the top 3 pitchers in the state. If there's 5 top pitchers in the state, 3 of them play for Sweeney Post right now.
Wow.
So that's quite a thing to have going into a win or lose playoff situation.
Yeah.
And then I don't want to get ahead of myself, but we won the state championship in '95 for Post 79. Going to the regionals, it's a whole thing. It's all pitching. So if you can sneak 2 wins, you're down to 4 teams in the playoffs. You win 2, you win the state championship. If you can do that, you got all these pitchers going in to face the rest of the country,
Yeah.
It's
Called
so
strike,
cool.
and we will have a full count.
It's so cool winning the state championship for Legion because then you go into these games and everyone's got a jugs gun. You're getting a lot of exposure. And this
3-2 pitch.
Ooh, he called that ball, I guess.
And that'll be ball 4 as the DH Owen Waldron, walks.
And going to the regionals is exactly what someone like Manny Castro needs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because, everyone's playing travel baseball now, and it's expensive.
Yeah.
It's like $4,000 a year to play this stuff. So you got, someone, you go to the regionals, and then you get all that free exposure. You don't have to pay to do these showcase tournaments.
Mound visit here, and looks like a conference between manager, pitcher, and catcher. No changes coming for Sweeney.
So there's a lot on the line. I can't stress it enough. Getting to the regionals is exposure, and it costs a lot of people a lot of money to get the same exposure to get these showcase tournaments that you get when you go to the regionals. And it will lead to scholarships. It literally will. People get drafted at these regionals. Yeah. Everybody there has a jugs gun, and they're always scouting.
Yeah.
So Legion isn't really Legion is undervalued, I think.
I agree with you 100%.
Harry Meehan up as the batter, the left-handed right fielder.
That was my rant.
Yeah. A rant as Waldron walks and how important Legion baseball really is.
Yeah, and travel baseball AAU is taking over. Everyone plays
it. It is. You get the best players in the state. You got
fouled up and onto the roof here at Gill Stadium.
You got guys like Jackson Marshall. You got guys like Brady Rickenback. These guys are playing travel baseball.
Yeah, prospects, kids.
If they were playing Legion, which they will at 18 and 19, so it's very important that this
runner goes up and out. McNelly's throw will not be in time as Plamondon stops that from rolling into left center, and it's a stolen base for Owen Waldron.
It's very important that Legion stays afloat. It really is. It's very important that Pony League, Colt League exists. Yes. All these feeder programs that people can't always pay for.
Exactly.
Yeah. Travel baseball,
1-1 from Logue is outside, but called a strike.
I guess.
You got that outside part of the plate.
He's like, you happy now?
Yeah. And he sets, and he's looking for another strikeout.
I'd do the same pitch.
Yeah.
Why not?
2-2 to Meehan is up and out, and we will have another full count. Not sure Logue's pitch count, but he's getting into long counts with walks and strikeouts.
You allow, I think it's 115 is the number, which seems like a lot, right?
Here is the 3-2. Grounded and a base hit to left field.
Oh,
Runner coming around. Here comes. Oh, and he's gonna hold him. He's gonna hold him. And
whoa,
boy, we got a little hold up here.
This is scary though.
Diving back to first.
Good job. I'm telling you, that's a good job.
Yes,
so
really
many
good.
players do not eat the ball.
Yep.
Why bother?
Good patience by McNally.
Let Griffin get out of this. You know.
My question is, they have their 9-hitter up, and I would have personally would have tested Canny's throw.
He would have been a dead duck.
Yeah, he would have done.
It looked. But
I see your point.
Right.
Because it is 1-0
Yeah.
late in the game, 9-hitter. Now it is easier to run,
and
right?
We got a pitching change coming here.
Than to have a thrown ball
Yep.
accurate and catch it and make the tag. You're correct, but still, I don't know. I mean, you said you would have windmilled him.
I would have tried. I mean, maybe. I mean, I know. I'm not sure when it looked like when he held him up, or if he had looked like he would have kept going in it.
I mean, he's only 4 steps past the bat.
And Canny did have a good throw.
Yep.
But now we will have a pitching change. It's Colin Logue with a magnificent outing
Yeah.
with 2 outs. The 9-hitter coming up as Manuel Castro toes the hill here for Sweeney.
He gets a well-deserved standing ovation from the capacity crowd here at
Yeah.
Gill Stadium.
Yeah, it looks
Sell
like
out.
the Oakland Coliseum here at Gill Stadium. But
It is jammed packed. in it.
Yeah, just going back to that play for a second, I mean, what McNally did on that play is, I think, like you said, it's he did a great job. Undervalued, though, because, it's easy to let that guy just go to second, and normally that's what people will do because they don't want that run coming in to score. But McNally didn't throw the ball around,
Right.
which is key. And also, Logue was covering the plate. A lot of times you see people forget to do, cover the plate.
Oh, I think that's heads up.
this is the good baseball that will help Sweeney go farther in
Yes,
the playoffs.
it's smart baseball.
And,
It
and
really
you
is.
can tell these guys are experienced. Some of these guys, adult baseball players who have been playing their whole lives, where stuff like that happens. And even across the street in Pony or even in Colt leagues, Little Leagues, that ball's in right field because the catcher's going to try and get that guy out. And
Because your instinct is to do that, but McNally, I'm telling you, eating the ball, like, again, nothing on the score sheet's going to say good job on that. No stars, no gold stars, but we know because we're all baseball people.
Yep.
Yeah.
And to win, you just made a great point, Zach. If you're going to do anything in anything, you have to learn how to win a 1-0 game.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have to learn how to win a 3-2 game.
Yeah.
You have to protect that one lead, and that's what Griffin did by covering the plate. He almost took ownership of this game. Like, no, not on my watch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So McNally was able to run him down and get him over there, which he's probably going to just steal second anyway. But
Yeah.
but I would eat it too. Again,
Yeah.
We saw.
Well, with 2 outs,
You got to be on your toes here at third if
Harry-
you're Griffin Logue.
Harry
He might
Meehan.
bunt again.
Griffin Logue goes 5 2/3. Manuel Castro comes in to try and shut down Laconia, and there goes the runner, and that first pitch is down and away. Could have been trouble. If that gets by McNally, we got a tie game.
Yeah. McNally ignored him like an ex-girlfriend's text right there.
And he. But this is interesting. Is now D has 2 on and 2 out, a big spot for the Laconia 9-hitter against Manuel Castro.
Ooh, that's squeezing right there. That's
He's
some
squeezing.
Florida orange juice.
He squeezed him like a fresh picked orange.
This is tough because now you get the head of the order next, so
Wal-
you want to get this out for sure.
Liam Waldron on deck, the leadoff hitter. The pitch to D is swung on and missed for a strike.
Atta boy.
Good
There it
pitch
is.
there by Castro. He was.
He's going from the windup. You
Yeah.
see some pitches, all that. I don't know how to. I agree on both, I guess,
Yeah.
because you can steal home on it.
2-1 from Castro. Fly ball. Collado gets Sweeney out of the jam, and Castro does the job. Laconia leaves 2 on. They held a man at third, and it pays off for Sweeney making the pitching change. Logue with a magnificent outing.
Oh, and he's happy about that play.
And-
Trust me, no one's happier than him. He
Yep.
preserved the win for him right there.
Laconia leaves 2 on here at Gill Stadium. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th from Manchester Public Television. Amar DeWitty will lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th for Sweeney.
Not many at-bats. This is his third at-bat, I believe.
Yeah, he will
So
take
when you-
that for a strike. DeWitty flew out to the first baseman the first time he got up on the first pitch.
That'll happen in a 1-0 game, though. You're not going to get your plate appearances.
Nate Levitt still dealing here. Grounds this over to Waldron. Scoops this up, fires over to Anakin Underhill. And that'll be 1 out. The only way, obviously, if Laconia is going to win this game is they've got to keep Sweeney limited to just their 1 run they have. And we can see Manny Castro, who came in the top of the 6th to get Brendan D out, and he is throwing some warm-up pitches in the bullpen to keep his arm loose and try and come in for the save. He made the last out last inning, which makes sense for him to go out and throw some pitches. But here is Ethan May, who is on fire. He has doubled and singled off of Levitt. It's the only hitter Levitt's really had trouble with today. I
think what your boiled down point is an insurance run would be nice.
Right.
Correct, yeah, and you're right, this guy 2 for 2, correct?
He is 2 for 2. He has doubled and singled, and the first 2 pitches from Levitt aren't really close.
So now you can sit on fastball.
He cannot give him a mistake pitch because that roof of JFK is calling his name for sure.
I'd love to see it. He can do it, too.
Mm-hmm. He sure can.
I was regretting where I parked on the roof of JFK.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to hit a helicopter over there.
I mean, isn't that a nice target, huh? Like the roof of JFK. We all know about Balboni doing it.
Yeah.
You hear some stories, but that happened in like 84, and we're still talking about it.
Right. Legendary.
1-1, and that'll bounce.
Like the old cricket pitch. I mean, how far do you think that is? It's 500, right? At least?
It's got to. It's. I mean,
probably. The roof of JFK. Now that ball bounces off it. That's a nice little sight right there.
Yeah. Oh. What is it? The center field here is it
400?
400. So
400,
yeah, that's
exactly.
another. 100.
It looks like 900.
Yeah.
It's a big field.
Pitch from Levitt. Called strike 2.
When the Fisher Cats did that inaugural season,
yeah,
they played it here.
Yeah.
I mean, you see some of the updates. You know, this is all like they did what they had to do to patchwork a stadium.
Yep.
Until their regular field was ready.
So that is ball 4. So the scoreboard was a little.
But you can kind of see where the field.
Yeah, ball 4. Yep. So that is a walk for Ethan May, and I don't mind that from Levitt. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, but not giving him any super good pitches to hit after doubling and singling off of him.
Just respect, a little bit of respect.
And May will take the pass, and that will bring up Xander Rivera for his first at bat of the game. He came in for Andrew Wall. And if Sweeney wants an insurance run, here's a guy to do it. Xander Rivera will square. And that first pitch is called a ball. Looked close.
Xander's had, like I said, you know how Ethan May is red hot. Xander's kind of battling something right now. But you know how, like, in
basketball. A pickoff attempt. And getting back is May. Look close.
You know, in basketball, if you're struggling shooting, that free throw or a layup will get your 3-point shot down.
Right.
Maybe bunting, just something, getting it in play will get him back on track. And maybe that's why he squared, you know.
Another close pitch taken for ball 2. And maybe even a walk. I mean, that could definitely be something as more signs coming in for Rivera as he steps back in ahead in the count 0-2 and a big pitch here from Levitt.
Definitely another hitter's count.
Pickoff attempt. May gets back. They've had better pickoff attempts, I could say that, because the first 2 went all the way out of play, and Underhill has really been able to stop that.
Ironically, right at Sweeney post.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And inside for ball 3.
At least it's consistent. Because that looked like a hittable pitch.
He did. But now ahead 3-0 is Xander Rivera with a runner on. Will May break for second here? He does not, and that'll be ball 4. And a good stop there by Crowley, because that will be a walk for Levitt, back-to-back base on balls given up.
So, Zach, you know how they always say a walk's as good as a hit? Yep. Sometimes it's not, but then in that case it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
When you can advance a runner, if you got an open base and you want, a walk is not as good as a hit.
Right.
But in that case, a walk's as good as a hit.
And Ben Canny does have the only RBI in the game. And we'll see a mound visit here from Laconia. But to get back to my point, Ben Canny, this is the guy you want up. I mean, 2 walks. If Levitt stays in this game, throws a bad pitch to Canny, he could tack more RBIs onto his stat slot today. His RBI His RBI single drove in Ethan May for the only run of the game.
Surprised this ump isn't like breaking this party up yet.
Here he comes with his chest protector slung behind his back. And
cops, run.
Yeah. He's like, all right, I can walk back now as Levitt's going to stay in this game. And the left-handed Ben Canny comes up. He has had an RBI single and has struck out.
They just scurried like cockroaches when the light turns on. But, yeah, I mean, at some point the umpire is going to say, okay, guys, let's go.
There's been some long meetings that I have seen. The umpire's like, all right, let's go. Come on.
In a game like this, I don't mind the process.
Yeah.
But
and this is a big game, big important at-bat here. Canny squares and gets it down, and the runners are on the move, and that is a sacrifice bunt. So 2 outs for Connor McNelly with 2 on.
One of those things, I think we're going to have, he's going to stay in. One of those things that, like, you do the sacrifice, but you kind of hope for a little more. You kind of hope for a thrown ball. You make them make the play. In worst case scenario, you get 2 ducks on the pond. 2
ducks on the pond for Connor McNelly. Back up here, and Levitt.
Coach is in May's ear right now. Anything in the dirt, he's off.
Absolutely, and this cannot be a wild pitch here from Levitt. A swing and a miss for McNelly.
So McNelly a little down on himself. Get to pump yourself up here. This is a big spot. This is where you show Coach, I'm very capable. I can do this. Yet to go into the bench whatsoever is Coach, too.
0-1 pitch here to McNelly.
Nice pitch.
Strike 2 taken. That's good movement on that pitch there from Levitt.
It was a heck of a pitch. I mean, that thing was had about a 7-inch curve on that.
Yeah.
But interesting to see no pinch hitters, really. Xander's the only one that's made an appearance.
That's been the only substitution for Sweeney today, and they have a good amount of bench players.
9.
0-2. McNelly takes a ball, and
you had 9 reserves.
They have 9 reserves. They could field a whole other team if they wanted to.
Well, they played Keene last night. Keene had 9 players total.
Oh, wow.
And we had 9 on the bench.
2 teams, yeah.
Yes.
That's funny. 3 teams.
Yeah.
And here we go. 1-2 coming here from Levitt. McNelly looking to add some insurance. Levitt looking to shut him down, keep this a 1-0 game. And he strikes him out. Down goes McNelly swinging.
That's his 10th of the game, too. So.
Sweeney leaves 2 on, and Manuel Castro will come for the top of the 7th to try and earn the save. Comes onto the field and will be back for the top of the 7th. Laconia looking to add on some runs, take the lead or tie this game, stay in this one. But Sweeney looking to hold their 1-run lead and secure the win from Gill Stadium on Manchester Public Television. Back at Gill Stadium, top of the 7th, Manuel Castro looking to earn the save, but he's got the top of Laconia's lineup to deal with. First pitch here. Right back up the middle, Plamondon scoops it up, and that will roll into the outfield off his glove. A first pitch single, and the tying runs aboard.
He'd like that one back, and not an easy play at all. But
no, he sent it right back up the middle. Liam Waldron is aboard, and that will bring up T.J. Charbonneau, the second baseman.
Interesting how things get interesting, huh?
It sure
Real
is.
quick. Yep.
And it did not. It took 1 pitch. Castro did retire Brandon D. looking for the save going in 1 and a 3rd inning.
Keep an eye on him because he's the leadoff batter, correct?
He is, and he definitely got some speed.
You gotta almost expect him to go at some point. You kind of have to. I mean, you gotta get that base. It's so hard to throw someone out, so might as well go for it.
Maybe a pickoff attempt from Castro over. Logue is the third baseman now, and that's off of the glove of McNelly on a bunt attempt from Charbonneau. So the tying runs on second with nobody out.
Good job by Griffin getting back on third base.
Yeah.
Charging on the bunt and then seeing the pass ball and then hustling back to
with Castro on the mound. The Griffin Lowe goes to third after his pitching performance, which was superb.
It's kind of sucks for Sweeney because now he can bunt and you have
Rivera's
to hold him
crashing in. It goes down towards the third base side. Goes fair. Touched by Castro. The throw. And that'll pull DeWitty off of the bag, who is covering first. And Laconia has their first real scoring opportunity of this game.
That was a great bunt.
That's small ball at its best.
But did you see the placement of it? That was an amazing bunt right down the line. That's what you want. That's perfect.
Hats off to T.J. Charbonneau, and it looks like he'll be off to try and swipe second.
Got lucky that Manny didn't chuck one into Sweeney post too, you know. So good play by Rivera right there. Now we're in a precarious situation now. What do? You let him take second easily?
He's not even holding him on. First pitch.
Yeah, you just
ignore
ignore
it. It's Castro throwing a first pitch ball
What do you think?
Tanner Crowley with 2 on, nobody out. Big play, a big at-bat here for Tanner Crowley.
You could pitch around him a little bit, knowing you got first base open. And it also opens up that force out at home. If you do so, you could bring your infield in and get that tag.
With Anakin
versus
on deck.
tagging it, you get the force. So don't expect a meatball.
That is down for a ball. Good stop there by McNally.
Surprised they're not even just putting him on right now, to be honest.
An open base.
I would not. Yeah, that would be.
Why waste the pitches?
It's not a bad suggestion, really.
Yeah.
Only because it's so hard to get
Pitch
that
from
tag.
Castro is a base. That is on the ground. A base hit into left field. It dropped in front of Ben Canny, and this game is tied. Tying single from Tanner Crowley.
The effort was there.
That ball traveled right at him, and
He sold out on it, and it with the turf. Well, with the turf, it's a hard bounce off. Like, you know, when in football you catch a ball and you hit the ground, it kind of pops up.
Yeah.
It's the same kind of situation. When you go into the dive, it's harder to retain the ball.
Here is Anakin Underhill, calls time, he steps in, and we have ourselves a tie game, folks, and 2 on, nobody out. Do you bunt your cleanup hitter? I mean, that's...
Never. Not with this guy.
They've played enough small ball to where that wouldn't surprise me.
Look how
Underhill definitely has raw power.
awesome he looks. Like you don't bunt with a guy like
no
that.
way.
All those stickers, it looks like an Ohio State football helmet.
It looks like he's got his phone in his pocket, but it's really just a glove.
The sliding.
He's just cool, I got to say. Anakin, you're one cool dude.
Sure is.
And now Rivera playing in, and he's showing bunt. Here we go. Bunt gets down. Castro's got it.
No one home.
And DeWitty's not covering first, and they're loaded. Small ball at its best.
They call that a whoopsie daisy.
And the loudest cheer of the night, something we could actually hear up here with the windows closed, as Will Wallace, the third baseman, nobody out, and the bases are loaded.
Zach, I'm giving you a Kyle point for that one.
Yep.
Also, I don't think DeWitty expected in a million years that would happen.
Right.
So he wasn't really ready for that. And again, great placement on the bunt.
Back to back.
There's bunting and then there's good bunting.
And yeah, there's popping the bunt up, and then there's bunts like that. Will Wallace, biggest at-bat of the game for both sides, as Castro starting with a strike, and I'm not sure he's done that all inning.
I'm shocked that Pomada isn't in closer right now. Because now you got DeWitty at second in. If you're going to do it, sell out, right? If you're going to have double play depth, then both be there.
Yeah.
But why have your shortstop be the only one not up?
It's a lot different, though. Gill Stadium, ground balls, if it's going right to you, you're not going to get a lot of bad hops. If you're playing on grass, especially with fields with thick grass, you might play in a little closer. But now Castro's ahead 0-2 here to Wallace. Big pitch.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's up.
Ooh,
It is up.
Wow.
More orange juice.
I don't know about that one, and neither does Andy.
I would
as
like.
he can only just smile at that.
I'd like to see the umpire scorecard on this guy today. But here comes the 1-2. Castro's pitch is called strike 3, and he got him.
I mean,
Wallace looks at it, and that'll bring up Ben Bedoin.
You hear another mock cheer in the crowd,
Yeah.
like, you know.
That was a big out there for Manuel Castro.
That's some zip on it, huh?
You sure did.
Now,
Huge strikeout.
huge strikeout, and then you watch Amar now. He did back up to double play depth.
And here we go.
So
Corners in, middle back.
Standard, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is very basic baseball here. Ground ball to second or short.
Get on your horse, Griffin. If he
Yeah.
bunts, he's going.
Oh,
Squeeze.
here we go. Suicide squeeze.
I knew
The
it.
ball goes to Castro, and the run will score. They get the out, but the safety squeeze scores the go-ahead run for Laconia.
It's so obvious, though. I mean,
Small ball at its best here for Laconia Legion Baseball, and they have their first lead of the game. And there's nothing you could do if you're Manny Castro.
Well, you could. There are things you can do. Number one, here's what's the problem with Manny, and I'll not blame anyone. You know how Manny works quick, too.
He sure
There's
does.
not time to communicate between the fielders
Yeah.
on who's covering, who's doing what.
First
But
base
that's
is
what you
open.
do. You
And-
literally
yeah.
throw at the person. And I get it. It's quick. But also, Griffin needs to be following him down the line. There's
Right.
a few precautions.
And they
Squeezes are tough to do,
Yeah.
to get out, to defense against.
Right.
Def-
Especially
definitely.
when they've had 3 amazing bunts in this inning, And it's hard to defend against good small ball, but again, it's kind of if you play small ball bad, you'll get yourself out. But now they have the lead with 2 outs. First base is open here.
I mean, I bet you my wife knew they were going to squeeze.
Right.
And she doesn't really watch baseball.
This is the DH, Owen Waldron, who fouls his back, and the count is 2-1, as Castro cannot afford to give up a bad blooper or anything into the outfield that'll drop. I mean, this started with the single from Waldron into left field. That
a
looked
solid
like
one, yeah.
That Canny almost caught, but he went out for it, and he just couldn't corral it.
Jacob, too. He had the ball under his glove. I mean,
that's how the inning started.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that is how the
middle.
started. It was that up the middle, and then they went there. And
with all that said and done, they still have to execute the squeeze, and they did. So 3 fantastic bunts in this inning.
We'll see if Castro can execute here. One more strike will go to the bottom of the 7th. Manchester down 1. And he strikes him out. Sweeney now down for the first time in this game, but Laconia leaves 2 on. Small ball at its best gets Sweeney down 1 going to the bottom of the 7th. And they'll have a little meeting outside the dugout here at Gill Stadium. For Manchester Public Television, we're ready for the bottom of the 7th. Ready to go. Bottom of the 7th here at Gill Stadium, and leading things off is the 9-hitter Jason Collado. He's got speed. If he puts the ball in play, it could make magic happen.
A lot of room at first base if he were to drop one down.
Nate Levitt looking for the complete game, and the bunt goes down, and it's by his bare hand. And a bunt single for Jason Collado. And the tying run is aboard, and the winning run comes up, and it's Jacob Plamondon, top of the lineup, back up for Sweeney.
I'm a little surprised I'm nitpicking up here, but how obvious it was he was going to bunt right there. I mean, don't do that. Don't get picked off.
And he gets back.
He's going to steal probably, right?
Oh, he's going, yeah.
When one team small balls, he's got a small ball back, and Plamondon will come up. He has doubled and walked, and he's flown out to center.
Oh, a lot of these games come down to coaching, too.
Yeah.
Like, manufacturing a run and getting, like, that's what Laconia did. The coach got that run.
Absolutely. Collado, decent-sized lead. Levitt's still back out there. And there he goes. Crowley's throw, and Collado is safe.
Ooh, he had the throw in time.
Could not be corralled by Liam Waldron.
Cannon.
That was a great throw. And he was on the...
He's ready for it, too. Like, he was in breakdown spot. He knew it. But something about that long slide, he kind of got in the way of the ball. Like, good job.
It was tough for Charbonneau to corral that one. Tying run on second with nobody out.
I mean, Plamondon's a crusher. I can't imagine he'd be bunting right now.
Plamondon is ready.
I've been wrong all game. So.
For the 1-0. Shortstop creeping there as stepping off is Levitt.
What do you think? You swing away, Daryl?
Yeah, I don't think you take the bat out of his hands, but, I mean, I said that last time, too, when they bunted the cleanup hitter, so.
That's up.
Jacob's
and we're 2-0.
Making some solid heart of the bat contact, too.
Him and Ethan May have been the hottest hitters on the team, and it's up to Plamondon now to try and bring home Collado and tie this game up.
As of late, they have been, for sure.
Big pitch here from Levitt. The 2-0 is inside, and now it's down 3-0.
I mean, they know what they're facing right now, so they're not going to give him anything nice.
Nope.
And there's no one holding Jason on right now.
No one. Griffin Logue is the batter on deck.
A little different than when Jacob's on second.
Yeah. 2 people.
Yeah,
that's
the 3-0. You're like, I hate red lights.
Yeah. And Plamondon could have certainly put that down the right field line, but now he'll get a chance to do it again as the 3-0's coming from Nate Levitt.
Pretty standard take sign right there. Though.
Yeah. Here we go. 3-1 pitch is ball 4, and he walked him. And Plamondon is not pleased with the fact that
he wanted to hit.
And he wanted to tie this game up, but now it's up to the man who put Sweeney in this position to win in the first place with his brilliant pitching performance, Griffin Logue. But coming out to potentially make a pitching change or just a
mound visit. You can see the first baseman going to
and it's Anakin Underhill who will come in and try and earn the save with nobody out in the bottom of the 7th.
Interesting. He must be their guy. So right now you got first and second. I have to assume that Griffin's gonna probably sacrifice his at bat.
We got a new guy coming out, so it might not be Underhill.
Okay.
We don't have bench guys on our.
No, he's going out in the field. It looks like.
Okay, so I would
They're going to make some changes. A lot of changes. It's like volleyball. They're just going to rotate right now.
I'd like to know the changes. So we got guys coming in and out here. So it is Underhill. Looks like he's warming that arm up to come in and try and earn the save.
Oh, he's scary looking.
He reminds me of Declan Ryan from the Central West team. Big first baseman, long blonde hair.
A little bit.
And
Declan is a little thicker.
Yeah.
But
I'd say Anakin has the cooler name.
What do you think he is, like 6'7"?
He's a big kid, huh?
If he's not Laconia's starting center, then he...
Right. So right here, you got Cunningham. I mean, not Cunningham. You got Logue up.
Yeah.
You have to kind of assume that they're going to set the table for Manny and May.
Right.
Yeah.
And Amar.
They got Amar as well.
So to say he's going to bunt would probably be the obvious guess.
Yeah. With nobody out.
No one out. And, Griffin is great. He's a contact hitter. It also gets you out of that double play opportunity. And it moves 2 ducks on the pond, two winning ducks.
Yep.
And if Logue can just drop the bunt, I mean, I don't really care where he puts it. If he doesn't pop it up to the pitcher or the catcher, he gets that sucker down. Then with the runners moving, that could definitely get the double play out of the infield.
2 of the best runners they have too. The people on base are their demons.
Yeah.
So
I mean, bunt or not, a double steal wouldn't be the worst idea in the world, especially, I mean, I don't think Tanner Crawley's thrown a runner out today. I couldn't recall anyone getting thrown out stealing.
All Jacob wants to do is cross that plate and get the 3rd run and win this game.
He is the winning run.
He's literally their leader. He's just talked to Jason, and there's no one that is better at what they do than running the bases than these 2 guys.
But it's up to Anakin Underhill to try and earn the save here for Laconia. And these teams... Maybe not. Both teams, again, as we mentioned, are in playoff spots. But both of these teams are fighting for good momentum going into the playoffs, especially battling in this really competitive game so far. It almost feels like a playoff game.
Yeah, you're battling for momentum. You're battling for home field. You're battling for seed position.
Yep.
And you're also battling for
the guys on the field.
Because if Sweeney beats this team, and then they face them sometime in the finals, they know they got their number. That's why it was so important that they took at least one against Concord, who was 10-1 at the time. They won that 2-1 game. Mm-hmm. That's head stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's stuff that gives you, hey, we're not going to get killed today. We have a chance in this game.
Right.
All sports, if you can. Baseball especially, it's that one sport where a Division III college team can beat a Division I Beast team. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
You see BC face the Red Sox in spring training sometimes, and they beat like baseball is that one sport where you can tilt the scales a little.
It's not over till the 3rd out's made, and you've seen that happen.
There's no time clock.
Yeah, and here we go. It's Anakin Underhill coming in to try and earn the save for Laconia. Collada's on second, Plamondon's on first, and it's Griffin Logue up at bat, and he's going to square to bunt before Underhill throws the pitch. He pulls back, and that's ball 1.
I like it. I like it a lot. I mean, let them know what's up. Now, you got your third base guy, so you're squaring early. You want to see if you can draw him in. That just opens a steal up, right?
Bunt goes down, foul, foul.
Because if he's bunting early and he charges, now Collado sees that third base is open and he can do a double steal. So it's all kind of indicating how they react to that early bunt show.
He's got a chance to bunt again with a 1-1 count here. And third baseman charges, shortstop covers third, and he pulls back. Good pull back there by Logue.
Now, Coach, you have to tell Jason there's nobody covering the bag. You can get down to the 40-yard line if you wanted.
Right, come down.
Because third base is covered by shortstop now.
Yeah.
There's no one there, so go ahead and take a good one. He ain't throwing a second.
And the bunt gets down, but it rolls foul, and it's touched. Now playing first base is Will Wallace.
Right? There's not any chance he's doing a pickoff move to second base right now.
No.
He's not even thinking about it.
No.
So get a bigger lead, Jason, is my point.
Right.
Maybe we open the window up. Maybe.
I want to.
And now the bunt is eliminated. The 2-2 coming here to Logue.
Oh, you got to protect on that one.
And he just misses. So the count is full.
So you can't. Yeah, you got to be happy about the tight strike zone now.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't happy in the first inning.
And here we go. The 3-2 pitch, Underhill to Logue.
Oh,
Base hit to right field. Coming around to score is Collado. Plamondon will come and take third, and we have a tie game here at Gill Stadium. Sweeney ties it. Colin Logue.
Griffin Logue just absolutely.
Griffin Logue.
My he's my hero today.
Sure
he pitched a heck of a game. Got off the hook for the win, but then, wow.
Yeah.
Nice job, buddy.
Griffin Logue getting it done on the mound and up at bat. And getting the IBB, the intentional walk, is Manuel Castro.
Absolutely. Obvious. That's what you do.
Yeah.
I mean, now, hey.
But now they're loaded.
How about you
for
return the favor and kind of do the same thing they did to us?
Right.
Yeah.
DeWitt, he's great bat control.
Yep.
He's a contact hitter. Also, maybe have him swing away. All he's got to do is get the ball on the right side of the infield and win. And Jacob's the guy. Look at him. He's a beast. He wants to score so bad. Coach is like, get back.
Plamondon on third. Griffin Logue at second. Manuel Castro at first. The winning run is Plamondon in a 2-2 game with nobody out in the infield in. First pitch, ground ball, Underhill's got it. Out at home and out at first.
That sucks.
Brutal.
Amar Duity grounds it right back, and Anakin Underhill makes a great play and does not rush.
It's a great play. Let's be honest. It was great because he didn't panic like you just said.
Right.
And Amar, don't get mad at yourself. You did a good job. You got the bat on the ball.
Yeah. And so now 2 outs. This game either going to the 8th or the hottest bat on the team, Ethan May, is going to walk it off. They still have Griffin Logue at third and Manuel Castro at second.
Now, Anakin from the stretch. Remember I talked about guy on third?
Yeah.
Pitchers? Because Jacob would definitely steal it. Oh, he's going from the windup. Interesting. You might see.
Fly ball right field, and that is caught. We are going to extra innings. What a catch. Wow. And Laconia with a sigh of relief as Ethan May nearly walked it off for Sweeney. We are going to extras. Free baseball here at Gill Stadium. Extra innings been Legion ball between Laconia and Manchester Sweeney. As leading things off for Laconia is number 3, Harry Meehan.
Just made a heck of a play to save the game, too.
And he was the one that'll bounce foul. We got some players from Manchester's Colt League ready to go after this, but they might have to wait a little bit longer as this game has been a great one. 1-1 count now as Castro and Logue, the 2 pitchers today, definitely work fast. And Castro immediately again now coming with the 1-1. Swing and a miss.
He's got his strike fastball going right now. Last time he pitched, he had like 7 Ks in the first couple innings. He's good. He's really good for like 3-4
And he struck him
innings.
out, and he puts him away. Swing and a miss on an outside. The pitch on the outside part of the plate and thrown it around the infield. Sweeney trying to get their groove back. They had a go. They tied the game up. They had their opportunity to win it, but they did what they needed to do, and that's what. And they kept this game going.
Yeah, credit to Griffin Lowe getting that key RBI.
Brendan D. First pitch bounced by Castro. And the 1-0 foul back, and D out in front of that one. He falls on his knee.
Great changeup. I'm not sure if it was a curve or a changeup, but it definitely had him buckled a little bit.
Yeah, it sure did. 1-1 from Castro. Ground ball right over to Plamondon, and he fields it, and he'll toss it over to Rivera, who makes the play. So a 6-3 ground out.
That's what the doctor ordered. If you're Sweeney, you don't want any kind of
absolutely.
bleeding.
Andrew Wall, Ben Candy, and Connor McNally are due up in the bottom of the 8th inning.
I think Wall's out. So
that's correct. Yeah, it's May, Xander Rivera, and Ben Canny. Or sorry, let me try that again. Xander Rivera, Ben Canny, and Connor McNally due up in the bottom of the 8th.
7, 8, 9. Yeah, it's
7, 8, 9. Swing and a miss. First pitch there from the leadoff hitter, Liam Waldron. As you'd like to think, he's trying to put one in the gap, make that outfield work with his speed. The 0-1 is up and in for ball, and this count is evens up at 1-1.
Both teams going into this extra inning had the bottom of the order up. So, they might be setting up the ninth.
Popped up, back foul, and onto Valley Street. Either that or it's stuck on the roof up here. Umpires lose a lot of balls here at Gill Stadium, and especially in extra innings games. But now, the pitch from Castro. Flied on, popped up, and Plamondon is under it to make the play. And a great inning there from Manny Castro, getting 8, 9, and 1 out of the Laconia lineup. And Sweeney's got another chance to walk it off. And a 2-2 game going to the bottom of the 8th here at Gill Stadium from Manchester Public Television. Bottom of the 8th. Sweeney with another chance to walk it off, and Xander Rivera will lead it off. Came in as the only substitute today for Sweeney, in for Andrew Wall. Anakin Underhill staying on the rubber, and his first pitch to Xander Rivera is high for a ball. To sort of recap, both teams have had great pitching and have played great small ball to get to where we are now. Bunts and safety squeezes. We're in a 2-2 tie game in the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, unfortunate. I mean, bases loaded, no outs.
Yeah.
The one thing that could happen, it happened, and then...
a ground ball back to the pitcher.
Yeah, it's the only...
1-1 foul back. Xander Rivera, as a member of the Manchester Memorial Crusaders, hit an absolute tank against Dover onto the second batting cage in left center field. He hit an absolute tank, and Memorial, one of their 5 wins, was against Dover thanks to Xander Rivera's home run.
Tied the game in extra innings, too. That's how
1-2
important it was.
Is into right field.
That's harder than you think.
High and caught by Harry Meehan, who made the catch against Ethan May to save the game and send it into the 8th. Yeah, I mean, Sweeney's have had great chances to walk this thing off, especially with their bases loaded, ground out back to the pitcher. And then Ethan May almost did it right after, but it was a great catch by Meehan in right field.
Yeah, save the game.
Interesting to see if Coach will kind of go to the bench for a little reserve action, maybe a pinch hitter or something.
Well, it looks like McNally is on deck, and I don't think
he's catching. He's not going
Yeah.
anywhere. He's about as X equals X as it gets.
Yeah, I mean, he just hasn't put the ball in play at all. But if you're going to prioritize your defensive catcher over trying to walk this thing off, I don't mind it.
I mean, Andrew Well's already been taken out of the game,
Yeah.
so he's definitely going to be the catcher.
Outside strike called to Ben Canny, the left fielder.
I'm not sure about re-entering rules.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird roster rules.
I know you can pinch run.
Yeah.
And have someone come back. I'm
Yeah.
not sure about if you pinch hit. You can. I don't think you can come back after that.
Yeah, there's a lot of. It just depends on the league with a lot of these rules. But now Underhill coming with the 3-1, and it's foul back up into the stands here.
Oh,
And
get off your phone, people.
It will ricochet off of the green seats here at Gill and roll back onto the field.
Because that was scorched. I saw it land, and nobody was paying attention.
Yeah.
Everyone's looking at their phones.
And the 3-2. Foul back, and we'll see a payoff pitch. As Underhill, he's got 1 out. And the bottom half of the Sweeney order.
We're approaching the 2.5 hour mark now.
Yeah, this has
For
been...
a 2-2 game, it's sure it lasted a little longer than you'd expect for 2-2, you know?
Here's the payoff from Underhill. Swinging a pop foul back out of play.
Good job. He's going on his 9th pitch of the at-bat. And anytime you can get a 10-pitch at-bat, you get a little patch for your hat.
Yeah.
3-2 coming again. Canny looking to keep fighting against Underhill. Line right at second, and it is caught by Charbonneau. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th. I mean, he hit that right at him. That's kind of hard to screw up. But Charbonneau making the catch two-handed, and that will bring up Connor McNally, the catcher.
Yep, so here's the worst-case scenario. It's not even a bad spot for Sweeney. you kind of almost hope it ends right here because you want Jacob to start off next inning with no outs.
I mean, they got Collado, who Collado had let off when they tied it up.
So kind of like if he makes an out, it's really not the end of the world because then you're starting with your studs, you know.
Yep.
McNally takes ball 1, and the count evens up 1-1.
In fact, I would even go as far as if he got a hit, he would probably have him steal second to see if he can get in scoring position.
Yeah.
And then worst case scenario, you still get your guys leading up.
Pitch outside. It's 2-1. I think Underhill's just got to pound the zone here. He can't mess around. I don't think McNally's put really the ball in play that hard. 2-1. Fouls back. McNally on that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad he's getting his at-bats for Sweeney. I mean, you saw him all year from Memorial get DH for.
Yeah.
And when he's playing the field and you get DH for it, you kind of feel bad about that. So I'm glad he is getting his at-bats. He's very capable.
From Underhill, and it's called strike 3, inside pitch, and Underhill
He's very capable hitter. I want that to be
keeps
known.
this game going. Laconia keeps this tied. We're going to the top of the 9th. 2-2 tie. Manuel Castro back out for another inning of work here. As TJ Charbonneau, the second baseman, will lead things off here for Laconia in the top of the 9th. First pitch is going to pop out of the glove of Connor McNally outside for ball 1.
Yeah, out for his third inning of work. Thought he was just going to come in and pitch an inning. And
4-out save I thought he was getting.
Yeah, it looked like it. Swing and a miss from Charbonneau.
Hasn't slowed down, though. He's really good at those spurts of, 4 or 5 innings. He doesn't typically go more than 5-6 innings.
And another big swing and miss from Charbonneau, and Castro ahead in the count here, 1-2. One thing I want to touch on, this is just a beautiful view of Manchester. You can really see a lot.
Yeah.
1-2.
It's cool
Foul
when they
back.
have the carnival in town.
Yeah.
And, the backdrop just kind of features that. And at night, it's really beautiful. Also, sometimes when they have fireworks, it's really cool up here.
Being able to see the SNHU Arena in, the middle of the city. But now 1-2 from Castro is fouled off of Charbonneau in the box, and
you can see everything. If there's a fire, you see it. It really is, as we're up probably 4 stories, I'd say.
Yeah.
We can even see the water tower all the way out there. And just between the...
It's the best job in the world.
That's 100% true.
Here we go, the 1-2 coming from Castro again to Charbonneau.
See ya.
Got him looking, and a strikeout for Castro.
Knew that one was coming.
Yeah, I should. I don't know what he's looking at.
Charbonneau goes down looking after fouling away a couple of pitches. But now that will bring up the catcher Tanner Crowley with Anakin Underhill on deck.
Yeah, this is about as big as it gets. Both teams are going to be coming into this 9th with their big dogs coming up,
Yeah. Check swing, first pitch called strike, as Crowley would want that one back.
And he's firing away right now. He's feeling it. He's in the groove.
And the pitch.
Woohoo! What was that, a slider?
And that
a
one
hard slider?
right over the plate,
That
taken by Crowley, and Castro
That was
ahead
awesome.
0-2.
Great pitch. Now, he's not going to mess around, I don't think. Yeah. No waste pitches.
Grounded over to Logue, going to be a tough play. Logue, and that will be an infield single for Tanner Crowley. That's a tough play.
Tough play, yeah. Especially where he was. He's playing in regular depth.
Yep.
You get your 3-hitter. You don't expect a little dribbler like that.
No,
so you give him the respect. You play back, and he got him on a hitting changeup. If you will.
Yeah, big chopper.
You see in hockey, a slap shot that gets, bad wood on it, but it comes in slower. It's not something you expect.
First pitch called strike to Underhill. Go ahead runs on first. It's Tanner Crowley with 1 out for the pitcher, the closing pitcher, Anakin Underhill. Swing and a miss, a big hack.
When he works quick like this, it doesn't give them much time to orchestrate a steal either.
Yeah. It doesn't.
And Perry's trying to.
The runner's going to have a smaller lead over there. Castro going a little slower.
See ya.
Swing and a miss from
Have a seat.
Underhill, and he goes down swinging.
He's really wheeling right now. That is a big strikeout.
Absolutely.
To get Anakin.
So that brings up Will Wallace playing first base now, and
he's stealing here.
it looks
Coach just rubbed his chest a little bit.
looks like Crowley's ready to steal.
He's gotta have to.
And he goes. McNelly's throw down. DeWitty stops it, but tag is applied, not in time. Crowley still second.
I mean, it makes me. We haven't seen anyone get thrown out.
Anyone get thrown
so
out.
It makes me wonder why you don't steal 100% of every pitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, McNelly's got a good arm.
It's just the deck stacked against you when you. It's hard to throw someone out.
Yeah, you're in a crouch position. You have to come up and
you have to make a good throw, and the second baseman has to make a good tag and catch as well. Grounded back to Castro. And we'll go to the bottom of the ninth tied here at Gill Stadium. Sweeney and Laconia knotted up going to the bottom of the ninth here. Legion Baseball from Manchester Public Television here at Gill Stadium. Sweeney and Laconia knotted up 2-2, ready for the bottom of the ninth. Anakin Underhill back out for another inning of work.
Yep.
He looks a little fatigued.
Yeah, he's grabbing his side a little there. I don't know if it was
something
cramping or
something we picked up on while his warm-ups came in, but Collado will lead off the bottom of the ninth. Third baseman playing super in the first pitch is outside.
Well, yeah, he got that bunt down last time. He slipped it by the pitcher.
Yeah.
So if he were to bunt, he'd be going down the first base line this time. Oh, there you go.
Here's a little blooper. That's a base hit, and the winning run is aboard. Jason Collado singles into center off of Underhill, and here comes Jacob Plamondon.
That's what you want, right? I mean, in Colorado, it seems to be the more pressure on the situation, the more he comes through.
Yeah, he's definitely he thrives when the bright lights are shining on him, and I think he's going to steal second. And we'll see. Will they?
I would say the odds of that are 100%.
Yeah.
Colado's got a good lead. He just can't get picked off. It's Plamondon, who's ready to swing, squares, pulls back, the throw. It's going to get into center field.
That's okay.
He's going to stay.
That's fine, Coach. At this point, you saw the red light go on.
Yeah.
Obviously, if he did a pop-up slide, he would be going. But, hey, let's not get greedy.
Right.
I thought he actually didn't get the best jump in the world. And the throw was almost there, but that long slide, it's almost like he gets in the way of the ball. He slides up the baseline.
Yeah, he does.
It's like towards the catcher, you know what I mean?
And Plamondon is ready to be the hero. And the 0-1 coming from Underhill. Collado on second. Take strike two.
It's like hitting reset on the seventh inning right now. And if you remember, Jacob walked and he was a little upset. He wanted to hit. So 0-2 count here. You better be ready. Be ready to hit.
Griffin Logue on deck. Jacob Plamondon down 0-2, and this is a big pitch here from Anakin Underhill. Whew. That is down and away. Good take there by Plamondon.
Just a gamer. You know what I mean? You look at him, everything.
They call that a major league take because that's putting.
Yeah, he watched it the whole way.
He watched it all the way in, and he knew that was going to tail out. And Underhill is ready to try and put him away. Here's the 1-2. That is into right field and caught. A line out to right. Collado dives back into second.
Gotta give him credit, man. He's made some really timely plays out in right.
Harry Meehan has been great defensively in right field. But Griffin Logue, who's been able to come up clutch today, not just in his pitching, but he did drive in the tying run. He's back up again
now
with Collado on second and one out.
I would do it not early square, see what the third baseman does, and then Collado can decide whether to steal third or not.
Third baseman playing a little in. He's still in the infield. The first pitch is in for a strike.
That's a big pitch to make.
Yeah. It looked good, but Logue not being that aggressive.
Underrated getting ahead in these situations.
0-1. The righty Underhill deals.
Ooh, that thing
does not catch the plate there. Underhill with looks a little discouraged. That was a good pitch.
Yeah, he looks like his like a little sister's picking on him, and he's like come on.
1-1 to Logue is up and out, and he's disgruntled with himself now. Is he?
Hey, he's a little on tilt here. his shirt's out.
Yeah.
Kind of got that I don't wanna type
yeah.
of thing going on right now.
2-1 pitch. Underhill deals to Logue. And that is up for ball
high,
3.
Up high. And he's even more exaggeratedly upset now.
And if he walks him, they got Manuel Castro on deck.
I want to consider getting in his head a little bit if you can.
And he'll step off. Collado will.
Yeah, he's going to gather
inch his
himself.
way back to second.
It wouldn't be the worst idea for the catcher to go talk to him right now.
I agree. But now the 3-1 comes.
Nice pitch.
And he gets strike 2.
He's kind of limp, like staggering a little bit.
Hurt.
Yeah.
He's not feeling 100, that's for sure.
And now his jersey's completely untucked, and he's going to come with the 3-2 to Griffin Logue.
Coach is just chilling like a villain over there.
Underhill takes a breath and sets, and here's the 3-2 pitch.
He's
And he
absolutely
fouled,
laboring
fouls
right
it.
now. I don't know why he's...
And he's grabbing at his
Is
side.
this worth it? His future? Like, look at him.
Yeah, I mean, he...
Coach has got to be out here soon. Yeah, there he goes.
Yeah, we saw that in the warm-ups before this inning. He was clutching at his right side, and then each time he would take the ball back from the catcher, he was kind of limping back to the mound.
Okay, he struck him out. He struck out Logue.
Oh, it didn't stop him from firing a 90-mile-an-hour fastball. Right
It
there.
looked like Logue had fouled the pitch, and
Yeah, I thought he did
so
too.
now there's 2 outs, and Logue strikes out, and we have 2 down in the bottom of the 9th inning. Bottom of the 9th here, 2 down for Manuel Castro. Can he be the hero as Jason Collado is waiting to score over there at second base? Underhill, after a little conference, will face Castro, and he hacks and fouls back the first pitch.
Yeah, he's staying in, huh?
Big swing.
Shirt's tucked in.
Yeah,
Ribs aren't broken anymore.
it was the shirt.
It was, yeah.
But Manny just shot for the moon on that one. He's trying to hit City Hall.
Castro ready to put one in left center. Here's the pitch from Underhill. Anakin fires. Flies this into center field. Bedoin under it. We go to the 10th. Third out made here in the bottom of the 9th. And Anakin Underhill, after the single from Jason Collado, works out of the jam. And Laconia and Sweeney will go to the 10th inning. Top of the 10th is next here at Gill Stadium from Manchester Public Television. Back for the top of the 10th. Here at Gill Stadium, Legion Baseball, Laconia post 1, Sweeney post 2.
You had just mentioned between innings that he came out here to work an inning.
And now he's...
when Griffin Logue comes out with surprised he didn't finish the game. Now, man, he's going into his 4th inning of work.
Yeah.
Probably racking up 50, 60 pitches by now.
Yeah, he is really going in to try and get this win for Sweeney.
They really want to win this game. I can see that.
Strike 2 called. He's ahead 0-2 to Ben Bedoin, the center fielder. And now Castro looking to put him away. Foul right back above.
Coming our way.
A little window up here.
All spring long, I had the window open, and I never got the opportunity to catch one until one time it came through the window, and I went, ah! When it comes at you, you kind of you get less cocky about it.
You're all talk when it goes behind you.
All talk,
when it comes right up at
and
you.
you get out of the way.
Here's the 1-2 pitch, Castro.
Ooh.
Line drive, left center field, moving, and that'll get by, and it's going to roll. It got by Canny in left field, and that is a double for Ben Bedoin, and Laconia has their go-ahead run in the top of the 10th with nobody out.
They just got what just happened there? They just got an out. They did a hidden ball trick out.
Whoa, I didn't even see that.
They just, Plamondon, you little trickster, you.
Plamondon just got Bedoin out at second.
You little snake.
Unbelievable.
Awesome.
And in a perfect chance for Laconia to try to win it.
That was awesome. And DeWitty was in it, too. They did a little sneakiness. Oh,
and they throw at him.
Now we get. I don't know.
So this looks like
that's probably unintentional, but he's not happy about it.
So this looks like a pinch hitter, or someone who is not on my scorecard. As Castro's now has one out, got the break. That shot into right field, moving back and making the catch. is Ethan May. So now there's 2 outs.
Changes the tone of the inning, huh?
I was looking at my lineup, and the guys just running off the field. It looked like Bedoin was in a great spot for Laconia to take the lead, and Plamondon and DeWitty, the cousins up the middle, pull a little trickery to get the out, and that's just got to sting. First pitch foul back from Harry Meehan, the right fielder. So
yeah, it stings. I mean, it's such. We mentioned that they're cousins.
Yeah.
And they just did like something they would do at like 6 and 7 years old, and they just applied it to a Legion baseball game, and they got the guy on a little trick play.
Ryan Cunningham is making his way to the bullpen. He's warming up with the bands if this game's going to continue in a swing and a miss.
I don't know the playoff schedule or when the timing of the games are.
Yeah.
But I would be really surprised to see him.
Here is the 1-2.
Come in.
Up and
don't do that, Ryan. Get out of
there. Going right by Ryan Cunningham, warming up over there.
Away from that foul ball with your bare hand.
So I'm now seeing my scorecard. That was Caleb Giovendito, number 28, who came in. And I can keep that in mind as...
Say that again?
I can show you after.
No, I want to hear you say it again.
It was Caleb Giovendito.
Nice job.
It's Italian, number 28. He had nice hair. And, yeah, Wall looks like he's over with Cunningham to warm him up. But the 2-2's coming from Castro, and it's out of...
Just a bit
outside, out of reach of McNelly. He tried to, yeah. That's how I envision myself.
You want Bob Uecker? Harry Doyle?
When I throw like that and it's not even close to the strike zone.
The announcer.
Castro's set. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Up and chasing it's low, but that's going to drop out of play. Yeah. It'll bounce over someone's mom.
I mean, a lot of distance between. I mean, it kind of tricks you into thinking you can make the play, but really you're going to get your steps in.
Castro, the fast worker, coming again with a payoff pitch. Hard grounder, but DeWitty's got it. And we go to the bottom of the 10th here at Gill Stadium. Tied up 2-2. Sweeney and Laconia. This game continues to the bottom of the 10th, tied up 2-2. We'll be right back here at Gill Stadium for Manchester Public Television.
I want to give a quick shout-out to Daryl Johnson, subbing in as the substitute scoreboard guy. So we're doing all things we can here to keep this ball rolling.
We are here at the 3-hour mark as Amar DeWitty will lead things off in the bottom of the 10th inning for Sweeney. And Anakin Underhill staying in this game. First pitch is up and out. DeWitty looking for a pitch to hit here. And he gets one, does not pull the trigger.
Yeah, this is a I'm off. Shit.
That is up and in.
I unplug this.
Yeah.
Another battery issue. Sorry,
Okay.
guys.
Yeah.
Long game, you
Long
know.
game,
we
yeah.
go through some batteries here at Manchester Public Television. We're doing our best 10-inning game. And you got to assume Sweeney would like to end this as much as anybody, right?
Yeah, that's...
There's teams waiting to play next. There's hungry stomachs. There's full bladders.
Yeah,
But you know what? Baseball is that game where it's beautiful in the same sense, you know?
Yeah. Called strike 2 and DeWitty in a full count.
Because they'll go 27 innings, really, if they have to. That's what baseball is.
Yeah. They will take it till the lights come on here at Gill.
I'd like to give credit to Manny Castro and Anakin here because both of these guys did not start.
Oh, heads up. Oh, jeez.
Both the guys did not start, but
Yeah.
they're pitching almost full games.
Almost like they have
It's
started.
like Manny's pitched. He'll be going into a 6th inning of work.
Yeah.
And it seems like Anakin's at least his 4th or 5th inning.
They do have Cunningham warming up. So my question is Sweeney going to go to Cunningham, try...
I'm surprised.
I'm surprised, too.
Because they're in the playoffs, and Cunningham, in my opinion, would be, if not slated as their starter.
Is up and out of play.
If he's not slated as their starter, then Plamondon would start but Cunningham would be the next in line.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how important this is for Coach to win. Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe this could help them get a home game.
Yeah.
I don't see them getting to the 2 seed, though.
It looks like they're calling him out of the bullpen now. And DeWitty with a good fight here against Anakin Underhill.
He does this all the time. He just keeps it going. He wears pitchers down.
Yeah.
Amar does. I love this kid. He is...
He's a class act teammate.
He's a guy you want to be friends with type of guy, too.
He is a great kid. Payoff coming again. Ground ball. Going to be a tough play. And that'll get into right field. And a long at bat. The hard work pays off for Amar DeWitty. It gets past Giarbano and rolls into right and a base hit.
I'd be shocked if Hebert doesn't come into pinch run here or something like that. Maybe someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so yeah.
So here comes number 3.
Looks like, let's see. Let me look.
That is Tyler.
Okay, there you go. So
Tyler Krasowski comes in to pinch run for Amar DeWitty.
We've seen him come in and do this before. Kudos to Amar right there. Yeah. What a timely hit.
A timely hit and a great at-bat.
3rd inning in a row in extras that they started the inning off with a base hit, by the way.
And we'll see what they can do. They have their hot hitter, Ethan May, up with Zarkowski as the pinch runner.
Ethan's going to blast one out of here.
And Zarkowski goes
with a bunt.
and he bunted it back. Yeah.
Didn't see that coming.
Yeah.
So now we've seen both cleanup hitters bunt. So Coach is laughing because he's not.
DeWitty is a cleanup hitter, but it's their power hitters.
But we saw Anakin bunt, remember?
Yes.
And then we saw. You're right. You're right. He's hitting 5th, but he's not used to bunting. Yeah. You can tell.
Zarkowski goes.
He's off.
Pitches in and the throw down. Not in time.
Ooh,
a little collision there.
I'll tell you what. It was a good throw. He was hosed.
Yeah. A little off to the left by Tanner Crowley.
Crowley has a gun, but he's just like up the line. That was a weird collision, too.
It did look like it, yeah.
We're here in the 10th. We're having a marathon fest.
2 strikes here to Ethan May. He has doubled and singled. He has done his job today. He's put the ball on the bat, or the bat on the ball. And that'll bounce. Good take there. Anakin walking with a little bit of a limp, but I think he's the one that wants to stay in this game and win and hold him down for Laconia to try to win this thing.
I mean, both teams are treating this like a do-or-die situation.
Yeah.
He's staggering out there. He's clearly not 100%.
Clearly, yeah. And by the way, he's stumbling around, but he's got a big 1-2 pitch here to Ethan May. And
yeah, he got him. Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, and they got him. He did.
Yeah, I mean, I thought he had him. Did you?
Oh, yeah, he went around.
Yeah, he went around.
So May goes down swinging. That's 1 out for Xander Rivera.
That's one of those situations where usually you would check with the umpire on the other side of the field, Zach.
Yeah.
But because of the positioning, he's on the left side of the field.
Right.
He can't really check it to him, so it's all on him. You can't really ask for help on that one. Which I never really understood anyway. Here we go.
Here is a little ground ball off of the bat of Rivera, but he's safe. Yeah. Xander Rivera with an infield single.
No chance whatsoever. All-state track star.
Yeah.
No chance. And I'm surprised.
Sarkowski.
I'm surprised he didn't kind of advance on that one.
Sarkowski does have some speed, as we did see him nab second, but now 2 on and 1 out.
Coach is a little...
Ben Canny up at bat.
Coach has definitely got his thinking cap on right now.
And Connor McNally, he's going to stay in this game. It looks like he's on deck here.
Well, again, that's the thing about McNally is the one guy you can count on never coming out of this game.
Right.
Because he's a catcher.
Yeah.
And Wall's out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
it's like having your backup goalie in for hockey with the first guy not available.
No, I get it. Yeah, he's got to stay in this game. Ooh, interesting swing there by Canny.
Well, that's what he does. I like to think of him as an Ichiro type.
Yeah.
Like he really gets the ball in play, and he's kind of halfway down the line when he does it.
Right. And now the 0-2 comes. Underhill's pitch.
Good job.
Grounded over to third. Tagged out at third. The throw! Got him in a double play for Laconia. To the 11th we go. What a spin play.
Oh, my gosh.
And
that was close, but I think he had him.
This game,
I think he had him. Do you think he had him?
I think he had him. This game goes on to the 11th inning here at Gill Stadium for Manchester Public Television. Mike Gonzalez and I are continuing to grind through this one. To the 11th we go. Laconia's got themselves their 9-hitter, Brendan D., the left fielder, leading off the top of the 11th, but then they got their top in Liam Waldron and TJ Charbonneau up after. Castro staying in after we did see a little bit of throwing from Ryan Cunningham in the Sweeney bullpen, but Castro coming in for yet another inning of work as he gets a strike call there. The count evens up at 1-1.
I mentioned it earlier. Kudos or Kyle points to both reliever pitchers, which are really approaching starting pitching territory.
It looks like it.
When you're coming in as your 5th inning of work.
And the 1-2. He struck him out. Swinging down goes Brendan D. And
Manny's been on fire, too. Let's not accept. Like, we were talking about Logue the whole time.
Yeah.
Now we're on to the next starting pitcher, it
seems like it. And hats off again to Anakin Underhill pitching amazingly in relief as well. And he looks like he's not even 100%. It just goes to show the heart that these kids have for Legion baseball and just the sport of baseball as well, coming out and grinding here in this game. And it feels like a playoff game, even though these guys are almost at the playoff spot. The leadoff hitter, Liam Waldron, hacks and misses at the first pitch for strike 1.
Well, I remember we were talking in between innings off camera. I think at the 7th or 8th inning.
Here's a ground ball. Plamondon scoops this up. Oh, and he bobbled it. He's going to have to make a big throw. Safe!
Wow.
Liam Waldron is safe, and Jacob Plamondon can't believe it.
I can't either because I thought
diving into first is Liam Waldron. He beat it out.
I thought Rivera had that foot on there. But, we're up here, and they got to go with the ump on that one. So a little bit of a spot here. Manny hasn't really had to deal with this all game.
Him and Logue have been able to get strikeouts. Runner goes. McNally's throw is not even close.
He's a little up the line, but that's what I mean. Why not steal every time? But we were talking in between innings, like, they're probably going to, score and get this done. And I was like, well, 2-2 game, all these innings, the percentages are like 10% that you're going to score a run. So this game could go for a while.
Xander Rivera crashing in here. Swing and a miss here from TJ Charbonneau. And the count is 1-1.
I mean, sit tight. We might be here for another 3 hours.
Yeah.
We do want to thank Daryl and Zach for volunteering their time, coming in here on Manchester Public Television and doing a heck of a job. This is Zach's first time doing this. I got to give you credits on that one.
The credit here in the 11th inning, bro. This game's over. I appreciate it. And the 1-1 coming here from Castro. Time called by Charbonneau.
Only 16 years old, right?
Charbonneau looks young for a Legion player. It's something I've noticed. Him as well as their 9-hitter, Brendan D. Don't know their ages, but they look like underclassmen. All down in Castro.
I've learned to never underestimate the size of people because then they turn into pit bulls,
Oh, yeah. They definitely do. Here's the 2-1 from Castro. Charbonneau looking to bring in Waldron, who's on second. Bunt is popped.
That was weird. It almost looked like he was going to do a spin-around pickoff move and then decided to throw the pitch. And because his body was doing that, it almost threw it right at him. But luckily, he was squaring the bunt, so it all worked out. Like, so much goes into everything,
Amar Dewitty coming on to hold on Waldron. And Waldron goes, and it's fouled.
There we go.
It's fouled back over here.
Oh, I had you, buddy.
I didn't even flinch.
I was going to catch it.
I was ready to just boom. Catch it with both hands.
We did. We are featuring the open window. So there is a chance. I'll be really upset with Zach if he gets the first ball.
That'd be great. It comes right back here.
But, yeah, he was off on the pitch on that one, so keep an eye on that again.
We'll see if he goes again.
He got him.
Here we go. Plamondon over to third. Logue's got him.
Have a nice day. Nice try. Good job by Manny Castro. Kind of tipped his hand on that one, though, by stealing last pitch.
Kicking off Liam Waldron, and there's 2 outs.
Kind of, he knew. He's just a heads-up baseball.
Talk about a big out. And now they got one more strike to keep this game tied in the bottom of the 11th.
I bet he gets it.
And he does, and he strikes him out swinging. Manuel Castro, wheel and deal. going to the bottom of the 11th, tied up 2-2. Pitch hitting here for Sweeney is Caden Berube off the bench. He will lead things off here in the bottom of the 11th. As Anakin Underhill stays in this game.
Interesting fact about Caden. Did you know he's a switch hitter?
Oh, yeah, I know. So I played Memorial Baseball with him. I actually played him yesterday in the Colt League. Class act kid, great teammate. He loves baseball with all his heart. First pitch. This could be tough. This is into left field
trouble.
down the
It's
line. It is caught.
Wow,
It
what a
is
play.
Caught. A great over-the-shoulder catch
Who would have thought that?
made by TJ Charbonneau. How about that?
Is that Willie Mays?
What a catch. And Caden just got to tip the cap, and he pinch hit for Connor McNally. And
I mean-
Caden is a catcher. So Caden can come in and potentially catch for the rest of this game.
I mean, you're right. It looks like...
And looks like Berube might come in and do some catching.
What a great play.
So you know what I think? I think the coach saw McNally's throw down to second, think he might be gassed. It's time to switch catchers. And Collado, who excels in the bright lights, he's got one down. He fouls away the first pitch.
So who would that be, though? Would it be... I've seen Canny catch.
Yes. Caden
So
Berube can catch.
he would
yes.
probably... Oh, Berube catches too?
Yes.
Okay, I know. Ben Canny can catch also.
Okay, yeah.
Not ideal. It's not their,
Yeah.
first option. Andrew Wall is their number one
Right.
catcher.
And I bet their first option isn't having this game go 11 innings.
No way.
Yeah.
And I
Great
would have,
pitch there by Anakin Underhill.
I would have definitely made a sandwich had I not. That's not my first
Yeah.
option. But you go with the flow.
Yeah. And now Underhill up 0-2 on Collado, and he strikes him out swinging. Throw it around the horn, Laconia, as you guys have kept yourselves in this game.
And Underhill is working on his sixth inning of work too.
It looks like this game might go to the 12th, although we do have Jacob Lamondon in the top of the Sweeney lineup coming up, who ever so deadly. Don't throw a bad pitch to Lamondon, he'll make you pay.
Well, the thing is, if he gets a single, he's basically got a triple
Yeah.
because he'll steal second and third.
Called strike first pitch.
Back to the outside corner calling again.
Yeah.
I mean, these umpires, they don't get overtime either, so it's like...
Yeah, they want to go home too. I'm looking over, and there's a Colt game after this. Oh, chasing is Plamondon. And I'm looking at one of the umpires down there, John Trishani, is ready to go for his Colt game, sitting on the Sweeney side in his gear.
Oh, yeah.
Props to him. He's a great umpire.
Yeah, that's Trish
Ground ball over to third, and Charbonneau over to first. And Laconia forcing a 12th inning. And you got to think umpires like, come on now, wrap this up.
Maybe not. Maybe he just doesn't like his home life.
12th inning is upon us here at Gill Stadium. Top of the 12th is upon us, and staying in the game defensively is Connor McNally. As leading things off for Laconia in this long game as the top of the 12th is upon us, number 25, Tanner Crowley. So it's a good chance for Laconia to try to take the lead here off of Manny Castro, but they have not been able to do that. As Manny Castro kicking some dirt up on the mound. And he is set and ready to deal here to Tanner Crowley. First pitch up for a ball. Something I've noticed with the window open here, you can really hear the sounds of the game a lot more. As opposed to when you had the windows closed. And that's down. And how loud these dugouts really are, even in the 12th inning, goes to show the passion these guys really have for this game. As Crowley ahead in the count, 2-0, Castro's pitch. Swinging a fly ball right field, going back, and caught. What a grab by the right fielder, Ethan May. And he just kept going. He got that glove out, turned his shoulders, and he caught it like a wide receiver as Ethan May records the first out here in the top of the 12th. Sweeney with a big out there. Castro is behind in the count. But getting the job done was Ethan May in right field. So here comes Anakin Underhill, and time called as the catcher Connor McNally will come and talk to Manny Castro. As of now, Sweeney's 9-7. Laconia is 10-5. Both teams are locked into the playoffs here at Legion Ball. Not sure the logistics on really what this game means for both of these squads, but they are playing like it's a playoff game, battling it out to the wire, and these guys are going down to the last out here as we are still knotted up in the top of the 12th. So Anakin Underhill, the dangerous bat, as Manny Castro fires in the first pitch, and it's fouled back into the green seats at Gill Stadium. Castro with a grin on his face, big smiles from the former Manchester Memorial Crusader. Made third-team All-State in 2022. Grounded to Plamondon, and he gets in front of it, and he fires over in time to Rivera for the out. Jacob Plamondon has got himself some extreme caliber defense. He only had one little blunder that got a runner on, but obviously didn't turn into anything on the scoreboard. As Jacob Plamondon makes the play, he's got a great arm. He's also a pitcher. First pitch missing here to Will Wallace, who's over at first base now. Castro rocks, fires. Swing and a miss. Wallace with a big hack. And McNeely gets that ball back to him quickly. And Castro, fast-paced pitcher. Like I've mentioned, him and Griffin Logue. And that's down. 2-1. Castro firing. And that is also down, and it's 3-1. Wallace waiting for a mistake pitch here from Manny Castro. Other than that, he doesn't want to help him out as he's ahead in the count. And the 3-1. Walked him up and in. And a bat flip from the Laconia first baseman gets him on. He walks with 2 outs. And here is Ben Bedoin, the center fielder. Bedoin taking a breath and entering up into the batter's box. Runner goes. McNally bobbles the ball on a stolen base, and sliding on his knees is Will Wallace. Tried to stop himself from sliding. He didn't need to. No throw made by McNally. But this Gill turf is definitely fun to slide on. Castro sets in, firing here to Bedoin. And that's up. I've only seen one guy warming up for Sweeney. It was Ryan Cunningham, and they took him out of the bullpen. And they're putting full trust in Manny Castro. Here's the pitch. It's inside. Oh, it's called strike. Looked a little inside to me, but I jumped on that before the call was made, and the count is 2-1. Castro sets and deals. Here is the pitch. Into left center. Here comes Collado. And he's got it. Here we go to the bottom of the 12th. 2-2 tie game. We'll be back at Gill Stadium for this long one from Manchester Public Television. Ready to go here in the bottom of the 12th inning. It is Griffin Logue, the batter, and Anakin Underhill continuing to toe the hill. And the first pitch called strike.
Yeah, I just stepped outside to use the little boys' room, and I noticed the humidity out there.
Yeah.
So this is really taxing on both teams, I bet.
Yeah, good take there by Logue, and he's evened up the count at 1-1.
Gill Stadium's really filled up from...
Oh, and his swing and a miss, and he lost the bat, and it bounces over towards the Sweeney bench.
And Griffin's face says, oh.
Little chuckle here as...
He's not amused.
Yeah. We got 2 Manchester Colt League teams playing in a game after this. The Mets and the Dodgers are still waiting. Their game's supposed to start at 4, and it's 4:23.
They'd be in the third inning right now.
Yeah, something like that. 2-2 here to Logue. The pitch from Underhill.
Ooh.
Called strike 3. Got him looking.
I'd say that was a pretty nasty pitch, as Underhill is got to be in his 6th inning of work right now.
Yeah.
And same with Manny Castro, who's coming to bat. He's also done the same. So
I'd like to see Castro put one in the gap. Take him himself.
I'd like to see him put one in Goffstown.
Here is the pitch coming from Underhill. That's down. Good take by Castro, who's always been an aggressive hitter, but he takes a little bit of a conservative approach here. He wants to get himself on base.
He's aggressive but disciplined. Also,
Yes.
like he's just smart.
A very smart ball player. Shoots this into left center field, but going back to make the catch is Bedoin for the second out. He got barrel on it and just didn't get enough power in there as he flies out to left center. And
Good jump by Bedoin, too.
Bedoin and that whole Laconia outfield have played great today. The catch on Ethan May by the right fielder Harry Meehan, of course, Ben Bedoin playing great out there. And their left fielder Brendan D as well. Got to give props to that Laconia outfield helping Laconia stay in this game.
Absolutely. It's a great point. And we saw, a couple plays on the other end. Keeney goes into the dive, just barely misses it. But Laconia, had they not made those specific plays that you mentioned,
right,
the game would be over.
Bounces, and Amar DeWitty here with 2 outs in the bottom of the second. Flashback to their bases loaded, nobody out, looking like they were going to walk it off. And Laconia got out of the jam by inducing a ground ball back to the pitcher from DeWitty and turning a 1-2-3 double play.
Yeah, it seems like years ago.
It really does. It feels like this is a doubleheader, and that was game 1.
Yeah, right.
But here we go, and a swing and a miss from DeWitty, and this count is 2-2.
And it looks like Underhill's laboring again as he just kind of gutting it out through this game.
Absolutely. You got to think Sweeney's got to keep that in mind. DeWitty's choking up here, ready to face the 2-2. Underhill ready to punch him out. Popped up, back, and falling out of play, and DeWitty stays alive.
He does a lot of that.
He definitely does. He's a pesky hitter to face.
Mm-hmm.
And they really got a break when he grounded out back to the pitcher with the bases loaded. That's been one of the biggest breaks Laconia's had,
and
especially in this game.
I mentioned earlier when they were only getting 2-3 at-bats and the game was about to end. Now they're on like their 5th and 6th rotation through the lineup.
Pitch to DeWitty. Down to third. Charbonneau over to first. And a 5-3 ground out. To the 13th we go here at Gill. And we see Ryan Cunningham ready to take the mound. So Castro's done on the mound. And one of Sweeney's best pitchers, Ryan Cunningham, will come in for the 13th when we come back to Gill Stadium here from Manchester Public Television. Here we are back for the 13th inning of this game. New pitcher for Manchester Sweeney Post, Legion Baseball. It's Ryan Cunningham, who has done brilliant acts of work here for Sweeney. Threw a one-hitter against Merrimack Legion and has also been the ace of Manchester Memorial High School Baseball before graduating this year. 2 of his biggest accomplishments were his pitching performances against Pinkerton in 2022 when the Crusaders upset the eventual state champions. And then in a loss against Pinkerton, Cunningham shut them down again.
Zach, watch how often he features the curveball.
He is a curveball pitcher for sure.
You don't see many pitchers go 50-50 on the ratio, but he will, and that really pops his fastball.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing I like to teach kids when they face curveballs for the first time is don't miss the fastball. But when you get curveball first, it really throws you off the rhythm. Fly ball left field. Collado going back. This is going to be a tough play to make. It's going to drop. Off of the bat of Caleb Giovanditto. And that is a double. Leadoff double off of Ryan Cunningham, and that's huge for Laconia.
Great job, Jason, getting that ball in. That ball had triple written all over it.
Yeah.
And
I was honestly expecting to look up to see Giovanditto on third.
Because he ran and did that hustle play, he's still in second. And, again, great job by Jacob getting out there and being a visible cutoff.
Yeah, the mechanics done by this Sweeney team have been excellent. I forgot to mention Manny Castro has taken over at second base for Amar DeWitty.
Now, look how far in Rivera is.
He's ready for the bunt. And it's Harry Meehan, the right fielder, who has made some great defensive plays today. They got Giovanditto over on second. Bunt down. Well, he squares. Oh, boy, the ball is thrown into left center. Giovanditto. Whoa, what are we doing here?
We got some drama for your mama right here.
So Giovanditto has touched the plate. The umpire has called something, but this is... They're going to call that a foul ball.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, you know what, Sweet?
This is when I like having the mic up here, so maybe we can catch a little something. But
Yeah.
that's a foul ball bunt attempt.
Bring it back, Jack.
And Giovenditto will saunter his way back to second base. Oh, my. I mean, you got to think Connor McNally. They had that situation with a little rundown where he smartly held the ball and then.
So there you go. There's a learning moment. You didn't get any consequences for it.
Yeah, that is.
He had to have fouled it. No one can see it better than the umpire, though. No one.
So he's going to square again, I can tell you that. I believe the count is 0-1.
So you get a lucky break there, as we said. We gave him credit for eating the ball before.
Yeah.
But that time he just
Rivera's ready for the bunt. Meehan squares.
Foul.
Foul again. My goodness.
So now, yeah. So you got to give credit before for eating the ball, but then, at that time McNally just kind of tossed in the second. So that kind of doubles down on our point, the value of not throwing the ball away.
And we've seen it both sides from McNally today.
They got a do-over out of it. So
here's the pitch from Cunningham. 0-2 comes. Grounds back to Cunningham.
No.
And Giovenditto gets to. Oh, jeez. Giovenditto gets to third, and the throw a little offline, but Xander Rivera able to make the tag.
Gotta give credit.
Not Harry Meehan. Here comes Brendan D., the left fielder. This is a pinch hitter.
This is a squeeze,
this
guys.
This is Hutch Haskins off of the bench.
This has squeeze written all over it.
This is, excuse me, let me try that again. This is Brendan D., number 22.
He squeezed last time.
And a time
FYI,
call.
you know what I mean?
He did
He was
squeeze.
the guy. So you got to be, time call. Go out there, talk it out. Also, great job running from second base on that, because Cunningham tried to check him, but by the time he thought about it, he was already far enough along where he couldn't get the lead runner. And good job by Cunningham to get the out. You got to get out.
Absolutely. So right now, if I'm this Sweeney coach, I'm telling my players we have to be aware for the squeeze, because they tried it before, and this is how they're going to want to take the lead. This has been a small ball kind of game, but not a small time. I'll tell you that.
Well, look at these guys, the three of them. That you got your runner, your coach, and your bunter.
Yeah.
So of course they were talking about that. Also, he did it before, like you just.
And he did it before, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And we'll see what.
So get in there, Griffin. Follow him all the way down. It's such a hard play to defend, though.
Infield is in. Giovenditto's at third. Oh, boy. Fly ball left center. Collado going back. Caught. Runner coming. The throw from Collado. Okay. And a sacrifice fly from Brendan D. gives Laconia Legion Baseball the lead in the top of the 13th.
Good job, buddy. I mean, I'm a homer. You all know that by my announcing.
Yeah.
But I got to give credit when credit's due. That was a heck of a sacrifice fly.
3-2, Laconia with the lead, the first lead since the seventh.
Since the seventh when they tied it up.
When they tied it up.
To start this.
First pitch up and out from Ryan Cunningham.
Now, I got a feeling, so Cunningham can throw 20-something pitches without it burning him.
Something like that, yeah.
I can't imagine he'd go longer than that.
Popped up, and Castro will make the catch. Laconia Legion Baseball, finally a team takes the lead. They grab the lead in the top of the 13th. To the bottom of the 13th we go here at Gill Stadium. Sweeney either trying to win it or keep this game going. We'll be right back here at Coach Jim Sherbert Field at Gill Stadium from Manchester Public Television. Back here at Gill Stadium, this is the first time we've had the bottom of an extra inning and a chance for Laconia to try to shut them down. TJ Charbonneau takes the mound. Anakin Underhill goes back to first, and it looks like they have not a new third baseman. Returning to third base is Will Wallace.
We're way over budget for time, and what that does is it really extends your bench, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
And this guy is a little dude, but, man, he packs a punch. He is the man. He got that sack, and now he's coming in for the save.
That's up and in.
Throws hard.
The sack was done, I'm not.
He throws really hard too, right?
Yeah, he does have a good little arm.
Ooh, May wants a.
And it's fouled back.
He's really giving it the go for it swing.
And Brendan D. able to give the Laconia the lead.
2-1 pitch here. This is a hitter's count.
We'll see if May is ready to hit. He is doubled and singled.
Ooh.
That's down.
Good eye.
So Charbonneau, again, this game is never really going to be over until it's already over because this Sweeney team can really hit, and they're just waiting for their opportunity to.
Yeah,
and now they're walking.
There you go. Good
so
job.
Ethan May issues a walk, and that'll bring up Xander Rivera. Will we see another pinch hitter for Connor McNally is my question.
I don't know how many times you can do that.
Yeah. So I do see McNally with his helmet on over in the dugout.
Coach is busy over there with his signs.
Yeah. Here's Rivera. Like previously mentioned, hit a towering home run into the second batting cage against Dover in the regular season for NHIAA high school baseball.
Were you here for that? You saw it?
I was not. I was on JV.
I was lucky enough to film it as Andrew did the call.
Yeah.
And it was exciting. He
Yeah.
tied the game in extra innings, and it just shows you that he's capable. I don't know if the wooden bat is lively.
Oh, he's going to bunt it down
Good
the
one.
line. And getting over to second is May. And out at first is Rivera.
He's fast.
He is fast. His brother's even faster. I've seen Alexis Rivera track down balls in center field that I couldn't even expect an NFL wide receiver to catch. I mean, that kid both the Rivera twins are athletic specimens. That's a good way to put it.
Well, he's a long jumper, and his brother's a high jumper.
Yeah.
So they can jump and run. But right here, what do you think, Zach? So I guess because Xander's not, I don't want to say the word slump, but it kind of makes sense that he would bunt right there.
I would agree, yes.
But now, can he, with his, sixth at-bat today?
It seems like it, yeah.
It's time to...
he has sack bunted as well.
Got a big hole in that right field, infield gap, which is his sweet spot, by the way.
Fouls away the first pitch, and it looks like he's ready to go. And if I'm Ben Caney, if Charbonneau gives me a bad pitch, it's over for him. I'm going to make him pay if he throws a fastball right where I like it. But Charbonneau is already ahead 0-1.
And he's shaken off the catcher a couple times.
Big swing and miss.
He wants
Caney.
to throw fastballs.
Yeah.
So
and I would too. He looks younger, but I mean, I'm not sure what he's got for pitches, but TJ looks like a younger pitcher, and those younger guys tend to favor their fastball more, myself included.
Ethan Mays glued to the coach over at third base. So
good fight there.
Almost asking for a chance
Give
to
me
steal.
that sign, coach.
But it's so risky.
It really is.
An average runner, you steal third with a lefty up, too.
Yeah.
It's different with a righty where you can get in the way of the throw.
Yeah.
You
don't want to strike him out, throw him out in the game.
And he has a clear path to throw to third because there's no one in the way. Lefties are hard to steal on.
Yeah, absolutely. So time is called here by Ben Caney. And he has set the pitch from Charbonneau. Struck him out. He swings and misses. Down he goes. And 2 out here. And Laconia, 1 more out. They're going to win this thriller in the 13th. And now is Connor McNally up to hit. He got pinch hit for by Caden Berube. Yeah. And back up is Connor McNally.
Let's see what he can do here. Great spot to get a hit.
Strike called, and McNally.
I gotta give TJ credit, man.
Yeah.
He's really packing a punch.
Charbonneau still can't make any mistake pitches. McNally has the potential to put one in the gap here, but the 0-1 comes. And a good stop there by Tanner Crowley, the catcher.
Coach really not dipping into the reserves whatsoever in this long affair.
They've only gone to Cunningham, Berube, and Rivera off the bench, and they still have a handful of more guys there. 1-1. That's down. Yeah, TJ, you can't walk this guy.
Both teams really want this game. You can really tell.
If Charbonneau issues a walk here, they've got Collado and then the top.
As Coach Trisciani takes off the umpire gear.
Yeah. That is up and in, ball 3.
He had that on for about 5 innings before he shed that skin.
I wonder who's doing the bases for that game.
So 3-1 count. This is Ethan's going to be kind of ready to run on contact here. in case he can get one sneak one by.
3-1 pitch.
There you go.
Grounded over to third. That's going to get through. McNelly is going to be safe at first
Attaboy.
with an infield single. And here comes Jason Collado.
Attaboy. McNelly, way to get the job done, kid.
Unbelievable. Connor McNelly, that's the first time he's put the ball in play all 13 innings, and he does it in the bottom of the 13th with Sweeney down to their last out.
I had a feeling he'd come through.
Yeah, it looked like he was able to.
You got to get a pass ball or something. So if you're Collado, I don't know. I'm trying not to swing at the first pitch just in case you can get that pass ball type of deal.
We'll see if McNelly goes. He doesn't. Swing and a miss on the first pitch. McNelly holding over at first.
Why not try to induce a pickle type of situation? But, again, we're at the heart. We're down to 1 out.
Yeah.
And now you don't want to...
With Plamondon on deck with the opportunity to maybe get him up with the bases loaded.
That's the thing.
It's something you got to think about.
You don't want to overcoach either.
Oh, and he swings and misses. Another great pitch from TJ Charbonneau. He could put that whole infield single behind him, throws one more strike. Laconia's got this.
I don't know. I mean, at this point, are you so desperate you could just steal home and go for it? I mean,
here we go. Charbonneau's pitch. He's up and out for a ball. Good take there by Collado.
You got to trust your players, though, and Collado's earned the respect
absolutely.
to get the opportunity to hit his way.
Here we go. Collado crowding towards the plate a little more. McNelly on first. Mays on third. Called strike 3. This game ends in the 13th with Laconia taking down Sweeney 3-2.
I gotta give credit to TJ on that one.
TJ Charbonneau comes and earns the save, but the hats are going to come off for both teams today. They're battled through 13. Laconia beats Sweeney. Pitching performances from Nate Levitt, Anakin Underhill, and TJ Charbonneau. And Sweeney takes a tough loss, 3-2 to Laconia in 13 innings. But before I sign off, just want to give a thanks to Manchester Public Television and Mike Gonzalez for giving me, Zach Johnston, a good opportunity to go 13 innings in my broadcasting debut for Manchester Public Television. But from Gill Stadium, Zach Johnston, Mike Gonzalez signing off.
Yeah, it definitely good to do a sign off for sure. And both teams, kudos to them. And,
absolutely.
And, it's great to have you in the booth. And your dad, Daryl's the man. And anytime you guys want to come back and, before Manchester Public Television, we had a good one here for Kyle Heavey, for Jason Cody, for Brendan McCormick, Jason Lahr. I'm Mike Gonzalez, and we'll be back to hopefully bring you playoff baseball. Thanks for hanging out with us for as long as you guys did. We really appreciate you guys. Have a good one.